In the first episode of Metric's Dungeon, Eduardo the elf and Winston the noble human set off on a quest for riches. Intending to meet their contact Raful in the coastal town, they set off only to find that he was under the weather. Permanently. After paying their respects, they accepted a dwarven request to find Raful's brother Ferdinand and inform him of his fate. They were also tasked with seeking the fates of Pomus and Lummus, Raful's travelling companions. The path ahead was dangerous, more dangerous than usual. Our heroes were immediately attacked by wolves. Quickly dispatching the wolves, they were surprised as they surveyed the massacre before them that they were once again attacked by the very same wolves they had just defeated. What kind of sorcery was this? Handily defeating the reanimated enemies, the two companions come across an eviscerated corpse when they're ambushed by bandits. Before they could begin their attack, Winston outwits the bandits in a show of strength and sends them scattering. The team finds Pomus's eviscerated body and recovers his ring for the dwarf. Heading deeper into the forest, the duo is called over by a small group of mercenaries who have knowledge of Lummus and inform them that he's been moved to a local village to heal. A scout shows them to the remnants of a battle between more wolves that cost an innocent wagon hand her life. In elegant fashion, Eduardo convinces Winston that the merc's gear would be better repurposed for the good of everyone. Having lingered too long, the pair is attacked by reanimated wolves, and they discover a weakness, sending them back whence they came. Armed by the mercenaries, they hear danger approaching through the dense fog. They defeat the foe in what they will later claim was self-defense. Upon arriving in town, the duo approach the stationed scout troop to inform them of the forest group's news. The group finds Winston's retelling to be lacking. The pair attend the local inn and meet the residents of Balar. After a generous feed for one, the heroes are approached by a concerned woman inquiring about her daughter, who turns out to be the deceased wagon hand. She takes the news well. Eduardo recalls a memory from the daughter after consuming some of her flesh, and sees the face of a red-haired man at a surgeon's office in her memories. As Winston turns in for the night, Eduardo seeks the warm company of...
Ooh, we're quite fine now that you're here.
Yes. Is anyone going to eat this mashed potato?
food? In doing so, he meets a couple of drunk patrons who let slip some info of an abandoned farm. The next morning, continuing the search for Lummus, the pair visit the town surgeon, who coincidentally happens to have red hair. It is Ferdinand, the brother of recently deceased Raful. The pair bore grave news of his brother's passing, as well as the wagon hand's demise. This took a heavy toll on him, but he thanked them for bringing the news. The duo were ushered inside and shown an ominous fang that was removed from Lummus, as it had started to corrupt his body. Was this what was bringing dead wolves back to life? They finally meet Lummus, but he's in terrible state. Winston tries to administer his own brand of medical care, but is stopped by a racist elf. He does it anyway. It doesn't work. The elf then claims that Lummus will recover in due time, as he has seen this kind of thing before. When questioned further, he disappears into thin air. This reminds Winston of his knowledge of elves that have power over creation itself, and whilst he despises this elf, he can't help but trust him. Before returning to the port with their new information, the pair decide to pursue the lead of an abandoned farm. Eduardo implies his incredible charm to a pair of ladies who are looking for the farm to be cleared. The duo appear trustworthy and are entrusted with the task. Overhearing the professional tone of our heroes, a drunk heckles the duo. Upon talking to the patron and giving him a hearty drink, he asks them to retrieve a valuable crossbow that has gone missing. Being the selfless people they are, our heroes heroically accept for a price. And this is where our heroes are. What happens next? Find out this week on Metric's Dungeon. Salty Stations.
Everybody. Welcome to the GameStormers.
It's so weird to like look at ourselves on the camera. How are we all? Okay, we have everybody here except for the main person, which is Metric Dunn. So we just need to get him on the line. Hopefully we can hear him correctly. Let's give that a shot. Let's try that out. Try it out.
Evening.
Hello, how are you?
Evening, Mr. Dunn.
I'm good, thank you.
Perfect. Can you hear us through the mic area, or are you having to hear us through the stream?
No, I can hear you. I just had the stream up. I was keeping an eye on things, that's all, just while I...
Get yourself going.
Yeah.
Awesome. How is everybody today? We are very excited. I hope you guys like that little preamble to the show. That was actually quite a lot of work to put together, so I hope people enjoy it.
Should all be up to speed on what's going on.
Let me just get that chat bigger so that Baz can read it. He's got a young face.
Hello.
But he's got old eyes.
Yes, very right. I'll fake it. I can, yep.
Perfect.
Those are from the alphabet, sure.
Okay, so I'm just going to get into the game. Barry's already in there. Actually, did you want to jump in and Metric Dunn will invite you?
Yes.
I think you have to be the first player in. Well, that's what we've been superstitiously doing anyways.
Better safe than sorry,
I
sure.
believe Barry already joined, but I'll send him in again. Send him another invite.
Send him back in.
Awesome.
He's a forgetful Barry.
Send in the clowns. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm Elf, and I'm ready to... I don't know. Didn't think that far ahead.
Can you move around, or...?
Yes. Should I? Right now, I'm just...
Yeah,
cuddling.
just walk around for it so I know you're you. Yep, great.
I was just cuddling Chris from behind.
And it really did look like that.
I'm going to try and replicate it. That was really nice. I really enjoyed that.
Do you know what that is? Whenever you load into a level, that when I've been playing with it, you bunch really tight. So you just happen to bunch, like, every level, I sort of like, gotcha.
Okay, so we are going to... Oh, there you go, Linda. And that was perfect. You got the scene recap so you can catch up on the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to switch over to the game mode. Now, last time that captured a bit weirdly, so we're going to see what happens there.
We shall see.
I'm going to go ahead and switch it to full screen, I think.
Okay.
Bear with me, guys. I just want to make sure we don't have what happened last time, which was just a random issue, which actually wasn't really our fault.
Yeah, I don't really understand exactly what happened. Just froze. The sound still worked, the mouse still worked, but the sound did not.
Let me try that, video. And then we'll do that, yes. So
it was all planned.
That was part of the storyline.
Okay, let's try
exactly
that. Now, do we have the game? Of course not! Why would we? Come on, guys. Come on!
That's not a GameStormers without some technical difficulties. We all know this.
Blame shifters. That's fantastic. That's weird. It should just be capturing the display now, which, like, there's really no reason for that to not work.
Very weird.
Very weird.
Can you go back to the original capture that we had, like the original settings?
Give me 1 sec. At least we're getting this stuff out of the way at the start.
Not halfway through? Yeah. Still not ideal though. Sorry, guys.
Okay. This is perplexing.
Perplex.
Let's try that and that and that. And then...
Still nothing?
Well, it's annoying because there's a bit of a delay. Hey, there we go.
Hey, awesome.
That's the old way of doing it, so it might crap out again.
Alright, let's see. Please, guys, if you see anything iffy happening, let us know.
Okay, we are good to go. Metric Dunn, if you will lead us in. Alright.
Okay.
Let's do some squats.
Oh man, I've been waiting a whole week for this.
Yeah, same here.
All right. So...
Damn.
As we saw in the recap, last we left off, you'd just taken some work from Robin and Anne to go travel to the abandoned farm, and you just decided to look around for Olaf's missing crossbow.
Ah, yes, that's right.
I forgot about Drunken Olaf, that's right.
He was a bit of Olaf.
Oh, God.
It hurts.
So, what was the clue that we were given about his crossbow? Because I actually can't remember where we went to look.
I can't remember either.
Okay, So he was really drunk. So he said the north part of town, but technically the south part of town. But technically, he meant the north part of town. Someone didn't misread their map. But basically, he directed you towards the smithy, which is basically the way you're facing now to your left.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna just quickly do that, which is gonna drop the game out for a second, but that's fine. Okay, cool. So, shall we go and check that out?
Video's frozen, Christopher.
What's that? Oh, of course it has. Why wouldn't it have?
I'll just cuddle you again.
Okay, come give me a little cuddle, and I'll fix that. Why? That happened so quickly this time.
At least it was quick. Far out, man. Holy shit, I forgot about everything in my inventory.
Yeah, you stole a lot of things.
Oh.
Oh, man. Okay, sorry.
So I've got a shovel which I can dig for. Dig with.
I have that picture so we can just, like, pretend that it's working.
Oh, perfect. Just like, hey, look, wow, and back at the start, everyone.
I'll have to go old school D&D.
That's right. hey, maybe that could be an interesting way to watch it.
As you stumble through the blades of grass, they tickle your toes.
Ooh.
I feel it.
You find it strangely erotic.
Wait, I can turn that off because that seems unnecessary. Okay, let's give that a big old click. Anything?
Anything at all? Anything? Anything at all? Anything? Anything?
It's literally just this game that does it. It's so strange.
Divinity more like, something witty.
Alright, you guys are gonna have to entertain everybody, and we'll get this fixed straight away.
God, alright, cool.
This time the fix that we had for it is not working.
That's
did you want to see if it's... Do you want me to reset the...
No, it's definitely on our side.
Okay.
Weird. Very weird.
I thought probably, but you never know sometimes.
Yeah.
You can never really know.
Okay, let's try that. Sorry, guys. Very, very usual for us. Okay, so that's part of it. But if we switch to fake full screen...
And if we reverse the video capture method, then surely went low. So I'm just checking out my...
Invert polarity.
I just need to carry the one.
Who's the red shirt, Barry or Chris?
I'll guess.
Oh man, that's got to be the Baz.
All right, so right now I'm helping Christopher summon his inner magician to fix this tech problem.
And I do appreciate it.
That's all right. I'm doing something in game for you, Christopher. Just trying to. I'm building.
But no one can see it.
That's all right. When you come back, you'll
I love how supportive Mac is. He really wants us to see.
Thank you, Mac. We love you. Okay, so that's really strange. I can capture one display, but I can't capture the other. So watch. I can show you guys.
Okay.
Watch this. If I go capture display 1, now you guys get the chat and all of what's going on here.
Hey, everybody.
And then if I go to capture where the game is, get a big old bupkis. Look at that.
What the fucking bupkis? Why?
Chris.
Yes.
If you've got this, well, no, you had the stream initiated, didn't you? No, I can't. I was going to say you could start the game again, but you already had the stream going. I was thinking like maybe if you started streaming when it was running, but no, you weren't in it. So
no, it's just a weird issue that's going on. Let me try capturing the window again.
Why it's all happening?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's not how I'd put it. Ah, thanks, Mech. You're just so nice.
Let's try that. Right. Sorry, everybody.
Alright, I'm making up for it with my summoning
Yeah, but you should make up with it by talking to everybody because no one can see what you're doing.
I imagine Mech is too nice. He has to be like, I don't know, maybe he like kicks puppies or he's a serial killer or something. I don't know. He's too nice.
Now he's gonna like disappear off the stream. We'll never hear from him again.
Yeah. I ruined everything.
And then we're gonna see him on the news at some point.
Yeah, he'll have killed me.
I think Mech is one of those people that is just a genuinely nice person.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he
He's
is.
like door closes.
And we have
We need, you know what we need, guys? You know what we need that we don't have for some reason? We need a, yes, ignore that. We need a thing that comes up that says technical difficulties.
Most definitely.
With us just going like this. Because clearly, like, that would be useful.
Oh, I'll just have that in the background. Yeah.
We need to, like, knock up the uh-oh and then part 7.
Oh, man. It's, alright, so I'm gonna go into studio mode. Barry's gonna entertain you. Look at him go. He's great. Wow. He just wants to talk to you.
You know, I can juggle.
You guys can have a little chat. You can do some Mad Libs if you want. Whatever you need. And we will get this working.
We should use Chris's Google Home.
Even if it kills me.
Don't. No.
It may.
It may. So, no, let's not go that far. Mad Libs?
What doesn't kill you just makes you stronger.
See, I disagree with that. Well, depending. Like, for example, if like you suffer from muscle weakness, that most definitely does not make you stronger.
well, I'm fitter than I used to be, and I'm missing like 3 muscles.
That's all. Well, that's a fair call. All right.
I think you just got then.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
But you have to start from a level of disgusting laziness.
That's true. From humble beginnings, as we say. Oh, dearie me.
Oh, man.
Can we tell the chat what you've just come across there?
What?
the name of that page that you're on.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
The thing, like the right there.
It says Dragon Blogger.
No, below that.
What? Yeah, I'm looking up how to do it.
Because Chris is just trying to see like what's wrong, like why it's not streaming. So it's just clicked on a page which is how to stream Divinity Original Sin 2.
Because it's just it's very strange. We've been doing this for quite a while now, and we're actually like quite good at not having technical difficulties. Don't correct us. Yeah. Don't correct us. But like the display capture thing has never been a problem.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Well, that was a problem with me with the
Oh, did you have that happen to you as well?
Yeah. I did the full screen capture and it just did not want to have a bar of it.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Maybe because we did just update OBS.
Yeah, that shouldn't change it though. We had the game going until I got out. Maybe I will jump out of the game and jump back in.
Okay.
Alright. Let's try that.
Again.
Which means if I ever get out of the game, it'll just kill it.
Alright, so never, ever get out of the game. If you get out of the game, you get out of the game for real.
I just kill Winston.
Oh.
Just permadeath. You want back in? Reroll, baby.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna switch us to this like odd thing where I'm floating and I'm gonna get back in the game. And we're just gonna like see what happens.
Alright, fingers crossed.
And yes, it'll be good. It's gonna be great.
Linda, and that is exactly what we should do. Let us all summon the spirit of Big Boy, and in this trying time, summon his courage and determination, and hopefully it'll bring about the Divinity stream apocalypse. And it will all work. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
You know, Mech just said his role model is Mr. Rogers, and that's why he's so polite and his manners are so excellent. Well, they did a documentary on him, and I was really expecting like horrible skeletons to come out. You know, like all the entertainers. You know, they're all like, you know, well, horrible people. Turns out he's just an angel. There's nothing in his history, Mr. Rogers. Clean as a whistle.
Also, the game's working, guys.
Hey!
Wunderbar.
Let's not jinx it. Can you invite me back in?
Do it.
Yes, I can.
Guys, I said to Baz, I'm like, at least the second one's going to be good because there's not going to be any issues. We're all going to have a great time. You know, we're not going to have a 10-minute fuck up before the game starts. And yes. And yes.
As soon as we got in.
Okay, so the tip is do not press anything because as soon as you tab out, it stops capturing.
Yeah. Alright, so
which is just weird because that's the only game that does that.
I'll be honest, Chris, occasionally when I alt-tab out of this, that's why I don't like to be playing before I take the phone call, occasionally it will get finicky with me.
Gotcha.
So it's not super problematic, it's just in this Game Master mode it seems to be a bit twitchy.
Interesting. Alright, we're ready, we're good to go, let's get into it. Sorry everybody.
Hey, let's do it.
Oh, I haven't undone.
Oh, right.
So,
that was my holy stream summoning circle.
This is great. Is this how much of this is stolen material?
None that I can talk to you about. It's all mine, not yours.
A heavenly power might be telling me literally all of it.
Talk about man.
Oh man.
I think some of that raw rabbit meat and the raw bird meat might be his.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
But they weren't his rabbits or chickens.
The game must be wrong. That's strange.
Alright, let's do this thing. So where are we going? We're going to the north, are we?
Yep. So.
No. You want to just keep going in the direction you're going. That's fine. Remember, the directions were a bit soft. So that's his. Just to your right. Yeah, and their dog, and just to the right is the caravan.
Ah,
Gotcha.
we're here.
Oh, there's a puppy dog.
Oh no.
Yes, there is. Oh, Eduardo, you get a sharp pain in the side of your head.
Oh, God.
And you recognize those 3 orphans.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And
Come down here, Baz.
the barks of that dog.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Where do I recognize it from?
His name is Hooch.
Can I roll some sort of perception check or something to, like... Do I know
You
where I'm
can
from?
you can roll. You get a vivid image of them, and it's not your own.
Oh,
You can roll a memory check,
Yes, roll the memory check.
and you do have a good bonus to this one.
Oh, I bet I do.
Oh, you do, you do. All right, my friend, go for that.
Hey, 18.
Ooh, 18,
Hell
nice. Success.
These are the children you saw when you consumed the elf that you defended yourselves from.
Oh no. Oh no.
Shit.
No.
Shit. Shit. Oh, shit.
You mean the elf that we mercilessly slaughtered before realizing that he was a good person?
Yes, and his 3 orphaned wolves.
I just want to take their ball and run. Like,
Do not take their ball.
now you've got
Do
nothing.
not take their ball.
You
That
just
is-
want to kick the mud up at them.
Oh man. Should we just quietly walk away?
I feel like we should do something for them, Chris. I feel a bit bad.
Well, I feel
They
like
seem to be happily playing with their dog.
if you want to do
Let's
something
leave.
for them, just do it like positive without actually talking to them.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean?
I was going to put meat in the middle of them, and I just imagine the dog eating in front of the
like
kids.
attacks and then it goes rabid. Let's just walk away. Let's just walk away. Let's go back over here.
It's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll leave the whole situation. I don't tell you about any of this, Christopher. I just get the pain in the head and I realize where it's from, and I just like sweat.
And I'm just like, Eduardo, what are you doing? You're
I
like,
just
"Let's
sweat a
keep
couple
going."
of bullets. Yeah, like don't look back. All right.
Okay, we're here.
So this is a caravan. And
Okay, so this is the site from which his crossbow was pilfered.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
So can we do a perception check or sight check to see if we can see?
You do an investigation check.
That's the check I want.
Yes. Become
Alrighty.
invested.
Let's have a look. Oh, I'm using my intelligence.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
damn.
baby, that's
Oh.
a nat 20, baby.
Oh, okay.
Killed it.
I got a 10.
Oh, right. Wow. Okay.
But Baz did well.
You use your exceptional skills dealing with animals and animal husbandry to identify the paw prints of a Doberman
Ooh, okay.
that was trotting around this area with at least one human, recently enough to have most likely been your thief.
Interesting.
Alright, so we're looking for a person with a Doberman.
There's also a box up here, which I can get to. Am I meant to be able to get to that? Probably not.
That one's meant to be locked. I may have been... Yeah, you might just want to close that.
Leave it.
I will
Leave
close it
it.
because there were many nice things.
I believe that the people who may or may not have stolen that forgot to lock it.
And we did the right thing
Absolutely,
and left it alone.
not anyone's fault. Not anyone's fault at all.
So with Eduardo's nat 20, does he notice which direction they're going? Or they went?
He sees the Doberman tracks are pretty common around the area, as if it's been in town for a while.
Right, interesting.
It does seem that there is a relatively fresh set going towards the grocer just across from the inn.
Ah, the grocer.
Interesting. Did you get a scent or something on your screen to follow?
No.
What have you done?
Nothing.
Okay, let's go this way.
My telekinesis glitched out, and now my mind is tethered to nothing.
Alright, well, I'm following you because you're the one that sees the tracks.
Oh, that'll happen.
Sounds good.
Okay. You are going in the right direction. You want to turn left. There you go. All right. You see
Oh, I see a
a
Doberman.
man, a woman, and a Doberman.
Well, do you want to rush in there or not?
No, I was
And
checking
you
it out.
see what appears to be the militia leader you saw the other night, quietly spying, appearing to be asleep on the bench.
Interesting.
Cheeky bastard, isn't he?
Well, he didn't go. He was meant to go.
The
Oh no, that was from the bar, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the one from the bar.
Yeah, militia leader, not the mercenary.
That's right.
Yep.
Interesting.
And you see the man you identified earlier as Lester going towards the chicken coop.
Oh, interesting.
Let's follow him. Can we sneak? You can sneak. I'll stay here
You know what I might do?
because I can't sneak as well as you can. Do you want to try and see if you can? No, I can do that and have a chat, and you can actually sneak and follow
My
me.
legs are sore. All right.
He starts to walk out, and then all of a sudden, as he's walking along, the militia leader jumps up. Halt!
Hey.
What's going on
Lester
here?
decides. Sorry, I've just lost him on the. There we go. Lester decides he's not gonna risk it. He's going for it. He's gonna make a run for it.
Oh,
Oh, you cheeky bastard, isn't he?
in there.
Out of nowhere, you hear a howl.
Oh, the
Oh,
dog's
God.
involved.
No, a large wolf appears
Oh,
from
shit.
out the bushes.
Oh no.
He sure does.
Oh lordy.
Alright,
Not a
Baz,
wolf.
it's you.
All right. I'm wondering. So I can talk to animals, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, look at that militia leader go. I'm wondering if I should have just a quick word. Just be like, hey, buddy, how's your master going? Any weak points?
Why you want to find that out? Why don't you see if you can defuse the situation?
No, that's all I actually want to do. Can I have a quick chat to the dog in fight, or is he just going to be?
Yeah, you have. I outlined this last time. You have one opportunity to make a sort of conversation
One chance.
per turn.
Gotcha. All right. I may have a plan. So,
You gotta tell Mick what you're doing.
all right. What I'm going to be doing is like in an effort of goodwill, I
Nice.
open dialogue with said pup and say,
Okay.
So you gave him a ham.
I put a ham in front of his face
Yep.
and I say, I believe you're a good boy. And good boys don't fight us. Are you a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Boris the Hound appears to completely ignore you.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is committed to this fight.
Wow, alright. He's a bad boy. No hand for you. Alright, well, guess your master's gonna die.
But you know that takes your action points when you take it away as well.
Well.
J-Max here. Hey-o!
Hey, J-Mac.
Alright.
Alright, so I don't think I've tried my way out of this. I can't talk to that wolf.
No, you can't, not this turn. You can try next turn.
I'm going to just try and attack this Lester character with... Is that going to do it? Yeah. Abushed. So, got the old back attack, and I'm going to grow some bullhorns. Because I'm a very angry boy.
Nice.
Alright, and I'll end that turn.
It was a very long turn, but we got there.
And now I'm right, like my butt's in front of the dog I said was a good boy.
Metric Dunn, it is your turn now. Oh, damn, son.
Oh yeah. I was just let's just say just aiming for someone.
Ooh, what?
Oh, he hit me a bit as well. These guys are actually quite strong, Baz.
Yeah,
to
he's
us.
got a pretty badass looking maul.
Ooh.
Shit. So, the militia leader's quite powerful.
You would expect being a militia leader.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't be so
Oh,
surprised.
he
Ow!
got him good. That dog's even angry at you. He knows he knows where the ham is.
Well, no. Took that hand back from me, you twit.
It appears that Sarah has decided that it isn't worth fighting the militia leader. She's gonna attack Lester.
Oh, Oh no.
Oh man, that guy is gonna be down and out
Wow.
very soon. Now, is Sarah an enemy at the moment, or is she allied?
She is allied with you at the moment.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna cripple this guy so he stays down.
All right. Hey. Oof. Wowie. And he's crippled. So he's knocked down, flanked, and crippled. Poor dude.
He's not doing well.
Not at all.
And I'm gonna give him a little smack.
Just your old basic.
Little critical smack.
Your old critical smack.
The wolf runs to Eduardo's assistant.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh,
interesting.
that's nice.
Interesting.
Starts to shred Boris.
Oh, poor Boris. All right.
Interesting that the wolf came in to help you.
Yeah, isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't it? All right. So, yep. I'm gonna get my tentacle arm out. Say you're actually a bad boy, and give him the old tentacle slap, and finish off with a basic attack. I should probably flank. It's too late now, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. Let's see what
The militia leader
does.
screams, "Criminal scum!" and just devastates him.
Damn, son. Man,
He then sets his sights on Boris.
damn. He
Far out,
Boris is
man.
getting bashed.
Although Sarah can't bring herself to attack the poor dog.
It's fair boy.
That's fair enough.
Good point.
Who's a fair boy?
Who's a fair boy? Not Boris.
Well, I guess
shithead.
I'll get in here and give him a little whack. And perhaps a little follow-up whack.
I
No, I
think you
can't.
might do
I don't have enough.
App.
Don't have enough app.
No apps left, bro.
No apps left.
Well.
I will encourage everybody to do a better job than I did. Everyone feels fantastic.
About slaughtering this puppy dog.
The wolf goes in for the kill.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
Oh, ouch. Alright. We all celebrate
Wow.
the dog's death.
Speak for yourself.
Wolf no longer.
The wolf walks towards the bushes and disappears into the shrubs.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So you have like a little wolf companion, which I find amusing because recently we just killed some wolves,
And the trainer.
like for no reason, but he seems to trust you for some reason.
The militia leader Liam tells Sarah to stay where she is.
Oh.
She decides it's probably best to listen to the man that literally just tore her partner in crime in half.
Yeah, wow.
So she sits down on the bench. He says, "I have business with the corpse. Just give me a moment." And he picks up 2 morning stars that are engraved with what looks like a family name.
Oh.
Ooh. It just says
He then-
name.
Yeah, literally says. He then says, Thank you for your help in the fight. I've been looking for these thieves for some time.
Glad we could be of assistance, but I think you did most of the fighting.
Your distraction aided me greatly.
Stop it, Liam. You're too kind.
Oh, shush. I as well helped.
And I'm also here.
Yes. Thank you, young man.
I think I still have some Lester on me.
Oh, gross.
All right, I'm going to.
Yes.
I'm going
Poor
to.
Kenneth will have quite the job.
Oh, Kenneth.
Liam, do you mind if we also peruse the body? We think he may have stolen something of. I don't want to say friend.
Yeah,
I've said that before.
acquaintance.
Of an acquaintance who has tasked us to retrieve it.
Feel free.
Let's have a look. Oh, there's some cash on there. I mean, there's no cash on there. There's a pizza. He has a pizza. I like how that pizza's still perfectly intact.
I was gonna say, well, Chris, now he is a pizza. Look at him.
There's a lot of stuff here.
I wish I could find out. I covertly looted.
Sorry, Baz, look what I found. For you.
Egg. Egg.
Egg.
Egg.
Alright, I'm just gonna grab all this stuff.
Egg. Oh, cool. That's fair.
I got a whole bunch of potions.
Almost. You're the potion man. I looted Boris the dog. and I got 2 rings from his corpse.
Oh, put my sword away. Put my sword away.
So I do a quick investigation check on why Boris had 2 rings on him and where he had 2 rings in him.
Okay, absolutely.
let's have a look.
16. How good's
Pass.
Yep. Hey.
He ingested them while chewing on a corpse, most likely.
He was a ring bearer for a wedding.
He did a very bad job.
Oh man! So we actually didn't find the crossbow. Out of all that stuff that I got, I mean, I'll give you some potions and stuff later. Where is Sarah? Maybe Sarah will know.
She is on the bench being questioned by the militia leader, Liam.
All right, Winston, I have shared my bounty with you. If you'd like to check your backpack, I've already inserted it.
Oh, a blue ring. Well, thank you. They're my favorite type of rings.
Welcome.
I'd love to share my bounty with you, but your bag is very full.
I am fully laden.
I will give you some salmon pies.
That's delicious. Thank you.
Enjoy.
I am going to, how do you say, check this chicken coop because I do believe.
Now, are we going to be interrupting Liam at the moment, or should we wait for?
No, you can interject if you want. See what you want to do.
Alright, I'm going to sit on the bench. So that dog that you saw, because you haven't told me about this, you're not playing the characters at all.
No, not at all.
So I'm just going to sit here and wait until you decide to tell me what's going on.
Sure thing. I'm very, very invested in other things right now.
Yeah,
I just got some eggs from the chicken coops. Hey, everybody. All right. So, Winston. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
So, wait, so you don't know about what
You haven't told me anything.
All right, so I haven't told you anything about the dog memory I got. I mean, the tracks or anything like that?
Well, you must have told me about the trace because I was following you.
Yeah. Well, that's all. I had a chat to the dog, and then the dog was a bad boy.
So, was there any other tracks that you found? Did you find any tracks of humans as well, or was it just the dog leading away?
Winston and I saw the Doberman tracks, which we've promptly dealt with.
Do you want to...
Earlier, you recognised that the Doberman seemed to travel with one relatively heavy, based on the depth of the tracks,
Interesting.
person.
That's what I was going to ask, if it was a heavy-set person or not.
Gotcha.
So, would we have considered Lester to be heavy-set? Probably not.
I don't believe so. I think it was of quite a figure.
He was about 6 foot, fairly lean, but heavier than Sarah.
But maybe he passed it on to Sarah, though. We don't know.
Yeah.
Also, we checked his body. There it is. It does not have a crossbow in it. Did you want to question Sarah?
I investigated the coops, and all I found was eggs, which is exactly what I was wishing to find.
Exactly.
Did you want to did you do an investigation check on those coops, or just an investigation?
No, I didn't investigate at all. It wouldn't. You know what? I don't think it would have occurred to Eduardo at all.
Well, technically, you did an investigation check by looking. You just didn't tell me you wanted to look through the coops.
Gotcha. Sorry.
So I will give you. Do you both want to look through the coops and look for evidence of the crossbow?
We certainly do now.
Okay.
Oh, Barry.
Well, no, Barry, you just got to tell me what you want to do. Oh, yeah, okay. There's a pass.
Hey.
Oh.
All right, so...
I found eggs.
Yeah. So, Eduardo, you went through the coops, and the one just to your right, the only one on its own, has the residue of a very powerful toxin in it. It is likely that the crossbow, although you don't have the exact makeup of it, Olaf did seem to be quite concerned about the legality of the weapon. So it's a good bet that the crossbow went through here.
Winston. Yes, Winston.
What?
One of two things. One of two things has happened here.
Okay, I'm ready.
There's a very potent toxin that I saw the residue of in this coop right here.
Gotcha.
So we're either dealing with a powerful weapon of questionable legality,
or something else amusing,
or venomous chickens.
Well, these chickens all seem to be healthy, so I think that it's probably the former.
I do believe so too. It's a level 10 chicken, but I don't think it's poisonous. All right.
Well, Sarah was closer to the coop, so maybe she knows what's going on. Shall you,
Winston, Run a memory check for me.
I will run a memory check. Let's have a little check of my memory here. Oh, I remember something very strongly, and I'm.
You do remember that undead chickens are a real thing. You don't see any or any evidence, but you remember undead chickens are real.
The chat is saying, I hope one of the chickens didn't hatch a basilisk.
You never know.
Did you want to speak to Sarah and see what she knows?
Well, I'm going to see. I'm just standing here watching. So is Liam like questioning Sarah at all?
Liam is talking to her, but she's not giving him much. She's just saying that it's not my fault. He made me do it. I'm just an innocent bystander. You know, I just happened to be able to sneak and get around. If I couldn't get away when he was sleeping, the dog would watch me. Sort of the usual, oh, he's a bad boy and I'm just an innocent young lady.
Gotcha. Can we roll?
Liam doesn't appear to be buying it, but yes, you can roll. I'll get you to roll
something.
Perception check, the two of you.
Alright, let's have a listen. See if we think that we believe her.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
Crits all around.
Double success.
That's absolutely. How did you get 2 natural 20s? Right. You're gonna have to get you're gonna have to get something for that. She's clearly more culpable than she's making out to be. However, you don't think she was necessarily a willing participant, at least in the beginning.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Alright, so what should we try and do? So,
good cop, bad cop?
I was going to say, well, Liam's going to be in the bad cop. I'm going to let you be
Oh yeah, he's pressing her hard. He's he's got the maces that covered in her partner in crime's blood.
So, Eduardo, do you want to sit down and be the good cop? Because you didn't attack him as much.
Yeah, you're right.
So I can't really be the good cop because I kind of slashed him a bit.
I want to be the really bad cop and just like prance around in his remains and be like, look, this is your boyfriend, hey. Alright,
well,
so
she does appear to be the sneaky type like you, so that might be an in. Honor amongst thieves, maybe?
Okay, let's try and play that angle. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
My name is Eduardo. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Mind you, this is straight after we just destroyed her boyfriend and her dog. So,
roll a perception check.
I see your daggers. Alright.
Barry is not being very good dungeoning today.
I'm finding it hard.
Oh, wow. You guys are incredible. Roll. She's clearly going into shock.
Ooh, better get in quick.
And she may be vulnerable to a hard questioning or even a threat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We can intimidate her.
Gotcha.
What, should I come in and do that?
I was trying to play good cop, but I don't think it's going to work.
You fumbled the good cop. I'm going to come sit right next to her. Alright, I'll come sit right next to her. I'm leaning in like close to her.
Hold on.
Yep.
Just quickly, I'm like, well, I tried to help you.
Now you're going to deal with Winston.
Yeah, well, like, literally,
she looks.
like, hey.
She looks very, very upset.
Like,
very upset.
That helps. That helps. So you're like, I tried to help you. Now Winston's going to come in and do what I couldn't.
Yeah, exactly right.
Sarah, tell us what you know. This could all go sideways so quickly.
I don't know anything. Everything we stole, he has on him.
Sarah, we don't have time for this.
I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. Everyone I love is dead.
Sarah, tell us about the crossbow. We know you know.
Nice.
What crossbow?
Sarah, can I like roll an intimidation check?
You're going to make a threat.
Give me that crossbow.
That's the scary shit.
Okay. You just Terry Crews it. Yep.
Damn.
Bang.
Holy shit.
She breaks down in tears. She throws up.
Oh shit. She did.
And then throws the crossbow on the ground.
Oh.
And just says, take it! Please take it!
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. Like the backup always says.
Yeah.
Really polite.
Liam looks awfully suspicious.
Oh shit.
What does he?
Because it's an unlawful weapon, Chris.
Hold on a sec.
We just took it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's.
Is that your property?
Liam, we've been tasked to recover this for Olaf.
As he says that, I sneakily sit closer to Sarah and I unsheath one of my daggers sneakily and say, "Go with it."
But she is going with it already.
I'm just now. I want to be the bad cop. I don't care.
Oh, Baz. Okay, cool. Yes.
Hold on.
Wait, I'm very convincing now. I upped my.
Okay.
That's true.
Nothing to say,
Yeah.
sir.
Liam noticed you moving oddly with the dagger to his side and asked you what you're doing.
You did that for no reason, and now it's going to turn into something really bad.
Liam, literally nothing. I felt like it wasn't put back in place, so I was just making sure it was secure in my holster. Rolls.
Just ignore your one, Chris.
Yeah, I'll ignore mine.
Oh no! It's
You for yourself for no reason. You're lucky. You're lucky.
He gives you a stern look and he goes, "Well, it's okay. You did just help me. You did just save us a lot of trouble. Fair enough. Just
Well,
keep
let's,
yourself to yourself."
It's getting to be that time. We really must be going. So I guess we'll see you later. I start.
Okay. I've got to take her into custody anyway. Eduardo's distraction seems to have worked in your favor. He's completely forgotten about the crossbow.
Quick. Walk away.
I walk away saying,
Best to get moving.
Alright, off we go. Nice, Baz. You accidentally did the right thing.
Love it.
All right.
Alright, shall we go to the inn?
Yes. Before we do, let's check out the crossbow and see what loot we got.
Let's have a look.
Let's go like make nice.
I actually can't identify it. It's a legendary crossbow.
Whoa.
See
Ah.
the energy. So, what do you want to keep it for ourselves?
It's pretty
Well,
cool.
We'd have to find someone to identify it.
you hear a familiar voice. Oh, Ferdinand! Enough with the stories, please. It appears
Where?
to be Parthen, and it's coming from the doctor's surgery.
Oh, Parthon's here.
Parthen, what up?
Parthon.
He did say he was
gonna
gonna
come down.
he was leaving. Yeah, just a couple days after you,
That's right, he did. Should we
and
go
you've
back
been
to-
here about 2 days.
Let's go to the doctor's surgery.
I think so. All right. Now remember, play it cool around Ferdinand. We did like
It'd
give
be
him some pretty heavy stuff.
super chill. Super chill.
All
Alright,
right.
let's walk up.
Let's get comfortable with him and go sit on.
Spies,
Let's go-
Winston.
let's say hello first before we sit down. We can't assume that we're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
Parthen spies you coming, and he says, "My friends, welcome. Take a seat. Help yourself to some wine."
See, now we can sit.
Perfect. Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you, I will have a wine.
Ferdinand is sitting with Parthen and an unknown elf, and Ferdinand seems to be looking a bit hungover, a bit tired, but seems to be a little bit more chipper. Not quite as down as he was the other day you saw him.
Good.
Good, that's good that he's a little bit better.
Parthen says immediately, "I believe you have something of mine."
Parthon, we have recovered a few things for you. Let's see if I can... Can I hand this straight to him?
You can just chuck the ring on the table, and that'll be fine.
Okay.
Awesome.
Which one is it? It's... Because they've changed...
Should be named Oramel.
Yes, okay, I can see that, yep.
It's a big old ring. Bam.
There you are. That is... Lomus's ring, yes?
I
Or Pomus.
believe we came across.
Yeah, that's what he says. He agrees with you that
Yes.
Pomus was borrowing it. Put it that way.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, gotcha.
You hear almost a hum coming from it as he picks it up.
Interesting. Well, we did accidentally spy how powerful it was last time.
That's metagame knowledge.
Yeah, I think that was metagaming. That was this engine. This needs a few patches. Put it that way.
Gotcha.
All right, enough
So
metagaming.
So we actually don't know that, so we can't say that.
Yeah.
But we
No idea.
No,
but we can do.
you have no idea how powerful the ring is exactly, except for the fact that it felt almost sickening to hold it for too long. Every time you put your hand in your pack and brushed it, you felt ill.
Gotcha. And the ring as well.
Sort of the ill when you're going, too fast down a roller coaster. Not necessarily an
interesting.
evil ill, but a rush.
Like a nausea sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. That's interesting. Okay.
Now,
what else did we have?
That was all you were required to recover for Parthen. You identified where Lomas is, and that's great. He's arrived at his friend Ferdinand's and has discovered Lomas is here, and he knows you guys arrived already with the purpose of telling him. So he's aware that you did your job.
Yep.
Because he's spoken to Ferdinand.
Yeah, because we don't need to tell him because Ferdinand already told him.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. Exactly. He points to his wagon, and he says, "Young Eduardo, my friend, I have a gift for you if you go around the back of the wagon. Something I've picked up especially for you."
I'm waiting for you to get backstabbed.
Ooh.
Okay.
I run back
so
excitedly and say, "Thank you," and quickly run around the back. Oh.
What have we got here?
That's all yours, my boy.
Looky.
What is it? What'd you get? Wow.
Look.
Parthen, you're too kind.
Look.
Oh, we're at a port. A few of these things come in here and there. Oh, it is heavy. You might want to eat it now.
I was gonna say I unhinged my jaw.
Good for the roots of a young growing elf.
Look at Eduardo's getting a reputation for eating very large meals in one bite.
Yeah. I scream with delight as I unhinge my jaw and just gobble it up completely.
He's having a bit of a bite.
Now, he goes, "I also have something more practical for the two of you."
Oh.
He clicks his fingers, and then a chest floats down behind you from the wagon.
It's an energy chest.
I look a little bit disappointed that it's not edible.
Oh, don't worry, there's a few treats. Oh, I hear, young Eduardo, you love mackerel and herring. There's a mackerel pie and a herring stew on the table. Feel free.
Eduardo's so happy.
You can both have my seat because I enjoy you both so much.
Now, Winston, while the young man enjoys his pies of mackerel and herring,
yes, sir.
I have left you a large sum of gold, some equipment, including an amulet and a ring, the amulet for yourself and a ring for Eduardo, and a few skill books.
Well, thank you, kind sir. Okay, I go over to the
Hopefully, that is satisfactory for your payment today.
Oh, wow. Look what's in here.
Whoa.
Well, you can't.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Parthen.
Well, there's some herring.
Yes, young man.
I lean over close and say, "Is anybody gonna eat that potato porridge?"
Of course not, son. Have it.
Are you sure?
Oh, please do. The honey, too.
Alright, I'm leaving the fish in here for you.
I lean in very closely and just beam at him.
He tussles your hair like a small child.
The amulet
Go on.
Was the amulet for Eduardo?
The amulet was for you, Winston. The ring is for Eduardo. I think you'll find the amulet to be rather helpful.
It seems it. I'm just gonna grab all this stuff and go through it. I've left some treats there for you.
Wow.
Have a look.
Oh, so generous.
I left some herrings and mackerel.
And a ring.
And
wow.
A ring.
Thank you. So selfless.
And I grabbed a lot of other things for myself.
Oh my god.
But I will redistribute them momentarily.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your generosity.
Oh no, for the safe return of Orimel, all the gold in the world.
Yes, I think that he values that ring very highly.
You heard him. He said all the gold in the world.
Let's take the ring back.
Yeah.
That was out of character. Out of character! We need to be careful what we say.
Yes.
Metric Dunn will take it as gospel.
This is true.
Did you get your ring?
Lord Winston.
Yes.
You seem to be encumbered.
Not for long. No, I'm still encumbered. But I did get some skills though.
yes, there were a couple of skill books there for you, and a couple for young Eduardo over there.
That's right. Now, which
One that I think the young lad will get a tickle out of, especially.
Oh, lordy. As you said tickle, I browsed over the feather that's in my backpack.
is the spider legs for Eduardo?
I'm sorry.
Indeed, it is.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Eduardo, I place a book on top of the chest for you. I believe this is yours, sir.
I'm sorry. What?
Do you want to tell everyone what it does?
I just stare at it for a moment. So spider legs burst from my back, and I can create web services in an area to entangle foes. Hell yeah. I've just immediately learnt this skill.
Oh yes, I used to have fun with that one myself.
Oh, fantastic. So now I've got spider legs to just clam around it. Oh, I've become a...
Your antics seem to have tickled Ferdinand, and he's chuckling away in a much better spirit than he was the other night.
Oh, good.
Yay, Ferdinand!
Hooray! Hip hip, her Ferdinand.
Yeah, you're not full of problems this time, are you? Full of things. That was beautiful.
Oh man!
Every time I've watched it like 3 times, it makes me laugh every time.
That's so good. Now,
Right.
Eduardo, you can have these daggers because I shall not give up virtue of the decades. Here you are.
This is fair. Thank you.
Next time you level up, remind me about virtue.
Ah, yes. And I have some gloves for you as well.
Oh, it's fantastic.
They are fantastic. And some leather boots.
Ooh,
I'm putting these together for
it's
you.
all very nice.
Isn't it lovely? And I've given you some armor as well.
Isn't it lovely? Alright, 2 crit chance. Yes, please.
Now we'll have to go visit a trader at some point so we can sell some of our unneeded goods because we're starting to bulk up a bit.
Oh, yes.
Parthen is a trader.
Oh.
Trader!
It kind of feels weird to sell back some of the stuff we just got off him to him.
Well, that's fine. You can. There's several people in town that are traders. You haven't met the smithy yet, so maybe when you meet him, you can pass him some materials.
Gotcha. Well, I'm very curious about this lady that's sitting here as well that hasn't spoken.
Yes, and also, I've noticed, Lord Winston.
Yes.
Well, sorry, just Winston. That there's 2 wolves.
Yes, I noticed that as well, and they seem friendly.
And they look very similar to the wolf that we encountered before.
Oh, the one that helped you. Interesting.
Well, yes.
Would you
Speak
like
of the devil.
Would you like to continue down that path, Winston? I mean,
like
Eduardo. I was talking to myself.
Self-referential.
Speak of the devil, a large wolf comes bounding over and nestles up against the woman. Or at least tries to.
That's on Vol. That's the same wolf. You recognize it immediately, Eduardo, I assume.
He comes up to the 2 of you and starts nibbling at Eduardo's mountainous piles of fish pouring from his pockets.
I eat one right in front of him. And
he has a look on his face, don't make me regret helping you.
I say, you look like a good boy, and put a mackerel down in front of him.
He eats the mackerel.
Perfect.
Happily, and starts licking the back of your leg.
Mackerel juice.
Oh, no, you don't like mackerels?
Grot. No, not when it's like, it's mixed with dog drool and put all over my leg. Well, maybe I do like that, but I won't ever admit it in public.
Parthen says, I see you've met Unvol. It's quite the charming little fellow, isn't he?
Quite so, and quite the voracious appetite when it comes to bad men.
I assume you encountered those suspected thieves, did you?
Yes, suspected and confirmed, it seems.
Geez, Parthen's seems to be quite knowledgeable, doesn't he?
Yeah, really, he's all over it.
Yes. Do you want to make a perception roll on that?
Yes, I do.
Seem to be rather intrigued, the 2 of you.
Let's have a little roll. And I've accidentally gone into combat mode, camera-wise, and I don't know how to get out of it.
Oh, neither of you. You both think he's just a really, really cool guy with some great friends around town. That's about it.
He's smart.
He's a smart guy. Oh, there we go. I fixed the camera.
Okay,
He's really cool.
What a really cool guy. Okay. Parthen, may I ask, who's this lady? You haven't introduced us.
Oh, Lyra here is a little bit quiet. Not too fond of new people, but you might get a few words out of her. The wolves seem to like you.
You should pat Unvul, so because it might make her trust you more.
Yeah, all right. I might do that actually. You like motion like that.
I might give you a little wink.
I reach my arm backwards and tussle Unvul's hair, all whilst never breaking eye contact with Elira.
So this weird like domination thing.
Yeah, like it's mine now.
Oh man!
Like quizzically.
She nods politely at you.
I gain nothing from this transaction. Sorry, go on.
I'm just gonna do something. Hold on.
Oh no!
I want to look at her like while I'm doing that. I'll be like, "Nice beagles." Just see what she says.
All right. So she asks. She looks at you,
Eduardo. What have you done?
and she sees that the two of you have been through quite a lot of combat recently.
We have.
She asks,
She's gonna speak.
have you seen a young elf traveling with adolescent wolves?
I will answer
Be
that.
very careful how you answer this.
I may have to answer that because I've got a very high persuasion.
Yeah,
I
just go like.
No, you don't do anything because he will roll against anything
No,
you
I
do.
just breathe sharply. That's all.
I reply. No.
Yes. All right.
Maybe you shouldn't have blatantly lied. Maybe you should have I don't know.
It should be fine.
Whoa! Yes, she believes you. Just, but she believes you. That was hard. I can't believe you made that.
Oh my god!
I can't believe you made that check. That was. You needed a 23 plus to make that check, and you did it, my friend. You did it.
Like I'm just like. No.
Yeah.
Well, she lightens up a little.
Oh, good.
Oh, that could hurt really badly.
She says,
my sphincter
go on.
releases.
Releases or loosens?
Loosens.
Releases, probably. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, loosens. You
Returns to a non-aneurysm inducing
you
level.
Me.
She says, well, I've been looking for the poor lad. I quite often take on wayward elves. And the poor boy doesn't like humans, or dwarves, or anyone for that matter, except for the orphans that live here. And I'm a little concerned something terrible may have happened. The area has been very dangerous of late.
I'm not gonna even respond.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna nod and nod solemnly.
We both do that.
We
exactly
both nod
that.
solemnly.
She goes, if you see him around the woods, tell him Lyra is looking for him.
We nod again and go, yeah.
Parthen interjects with, don't worry, these lads are clean old boys. They'll help you out if they see him. Ferdinand sort of nods agreeably, saying, no, they'll get the job done.
Ferdinand's coming around to us, which is good.
Yes, Ferdinand was very on the fence.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to move away from that line of conversation.
Absolutely. Parthen seems to be chatting away with everyone at the table, so you interject any time with anything you might want, whether you want to leave or go or converse further.
Let's have a meta conversation before we have an actual conversation.
Okay.
So, what do we want to get out of this group now? So really our only tether to our original quest is Parthen.
Yeah.
So maybe we can ask him if there's anything that he needs of us.
Or is there anything we need of him?
Well, you do remember now. This is me reminding you, this is not Game Master, this is meta,
Yeah,
that Raful is Ferdinand's brother.
that's right.
So Raful is your contact.
That's right.
Parthen works with Raful, who deals with mercenaries, traders
I remember it
from the beginning. So Parthen would be valuable, as would Ferdinand, I would say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I understand it's been a week since you guys played, so a little bit of leeway.
That's
it's
okay.
fair.
I've been voiceovering this all week as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was aware. I just wanted to see what I wanted to do.
Absolutely.
So, like, because our original idea was to go, like, our contact was Raful, but he has gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the two of you were hired for everything was a little bit vague.
Yeah.
But Winston was hired. You were both hired for mercenary work, but Winston was clearly hired for heavy duty, semi-militarized stuff, and you were hired, Eduardo, for more, quiet, sneaky stuff. Put it that way.
Sneaky cheeky.
Less than reputable.
Yes, most definitely.
I like how Mick's like, Chris, are you sure you don't want to claim to be a close relative or friend of someone she knows? I'm going to avoid that because that's been going very badly.
Alira, I am your father.
Yeah, that's right. I have
You
successfully
can
done
probably pass it.
that. I have successfully done that in D&D before.
You have. Oh, that was great.
Okay, so maybe we will ask Ferdinand.
Yep.
Actually, I'll just ask.
Okay, go for it.
Ferdinand, we actually came here at Rahul's beckoning to help him with a quest. Now, we actually weren't clear on what it is exactly he wanted us to do. We just knew that we had to come and help him. Do you know anything about this?
Well, he's a little drunk. He seems to have had a few too much hair of the dog, right? And he sort of goes, well, in what manner of work did you organize to work with Raful?
Work. Hey, J-Mac, welcome back.
Welcome back, Jamie. We are mercenaries for hire, but we only do things that are just and moral.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Sure. Okay.
I wink so hard that my eye
So-
hurts.
No, don't do that.
It was work you were after, not safe passage. Yeah?
I believe
He
it was
appears to
work.
be quite drunk.
He's very drunk. Maybe we can.
Safe passage to where, though?
Well, it's the main city, I would imagine. Maybe we want that at the same time, I guess.
Why
If-
not both?
If it was work you're after,
Yes,
Raful
yes. Tell us more.
had a couple of contacts around Nazul. And they were the ones that would give him his contacts. Oh, he kind of sighs and takes a big piece of bread and just wolfs it down. Kind of looks like he's got severe dry mouth.
Oh, great.
And then Parthen interjects. He goes, "Okay, Ferdy, that's enough." He sort of rubs him on the thigh, and he says,
Yeah, hello.
Dirty
Raful often came with me and dealt with contacts in Nazul. It's a dwarven merchant city. It's quite a trek from here, but that's usually where he got his orders.
Interesting. Well, then that should be our next destination after we check out the farm.
Yes, I do believe so.
Very well.
I didn't even do that.
Parthen sort of raises his hand almost in a childlike manner and goes, "Well, I may have some work for you on the way. When you want to leave, let me know."
Absolutely.
And just quietly goes back to sort of chortling away to himself like he's the funniest man alive.
I giggled just reflexively at him for no apparent reason.
Just like enjoy his assumed humor.
Yeah, like, it must be funny, so I laugh.
Okay, well, we shall leave you now. We have some business to attend to just outside of town. We'll be back shortly, and we'd love to help you out on anything you need.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Have fun.
Oh, bye.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
I love it. That's great. That's fantastic. Like you're like, yeah! And you
It's like a runaway.
It appears Unvol is walking along with you.
Unval, does Unval want to come with us?
Now you, Eduardo, if you remember correctly, can speak to animals.
Speak to him. Speak to him.
All right.
Speak to him, Eduardo.
This is my greeting for all animals, I think.
Okay, I'm immediately concerned.
No, I think I might let that one pass. Actually,
are you gonna talk to him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in. There you go.
I kneel down on one knee and say, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing?" Just always pet voice, never not.
As you say that, you hear almost a hum in your head. Right? It's almost like someone's rung a bell. Just a light one. Not like a church bell, but you just kind of get like a in your head. And you feel happiness. But he doesn't respond to you with any sort of verbal connection.
Interesting.
Maybe he's a mute.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's had his throat, like, damaged.
I mean, if you'd like to... two of you can roll memory checks if you'd like to see if you know anything about this sort of...
We sure can.
Yeah, most definitely.
Animal connection.
Yeah, please.
See, Metric Don's been very helpful. He shouldn't tell us about these checks.
Yeah, I know. What?
You've got to remember to ask.
Yeah,
you do have a special connection to animals.
Yes, you succeeded. I
awesome.
Okay, so Barry, you remember from your days back on a lovely tropical island at a family member of yours. You don't quite remember the name or the direct relation to you, but you remember hearing of animals that weren't quite animals, but maybe representations of a species or group of animals, or a feeling, or a virtue of sorts.
Interesting. So this could be like an aspect of wolves.
Like a manifestation of an emotion, almost.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I don't know if roll a perception check.
Happy fur baby.
Let's roll a perception check.
Yeah, I perceive not much.
I perceive many things.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris, you notice that all three wolves, when Elira was just ushering them around, all have names that are very similar.
I did notice that.
Unvol,
Actually did.
Unyai, and Unai.
Interesting.
Now, you remember that they are all old dwarf words.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
Unai, meaning repent or to be repentant. Unyai, meaning redemption or to seek redemption. Unvol, meaning forgiveness or to forgive.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. I think we need to own up to something.
Well, I'm glad that Unvol is with us. Maybe we get out of earshot and you can talk to him if you'd like.
Should we, if he's the aspect of forgiveness,
he'll forgive us.
As you notice so far, he seems to be happy with you, as you got from the connection, and he does not seem to be suspicious of you, based on your perceptions from earlier.
So I don't think we need to tell him anything. I think we need to just make sure that we're moral around him.
Okay, yeah. No, but
is my perception. He will forgive us.
If it's forgiveness, that means we can do whatever we want, and maybe.
Well, I'm just gonna walk off over this way. Shall we? So where's the farm direction? We need to.
Well, did you want to return to Olaf? He's just in the tavern.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And you have his. Unless you do know that Parthun is a very powerful. You have noticed by his own actions that he's a wizard of some sort. Maybe he may be able to help you to identify.
Let's go ask him. Actually, that is a good point, Dungeon Master.
Yeah,
he's helping us too much.
Thank you.
Not too much. I think you did notice those things earlier. And Unvol seems to just wander off towards the tavern and just sit by the door.
Okay.
He knows what's going on.
Before he ran away, I knelt down and said, "I'm glad to have you with us."
Okay.
You feel that happy hum again.
Oh, yeah.
Parthun, sorry to interrupt. We have a quick question for you. We found something interesting, and you seem like just the man that can help us identify it.
Yes, of course. Please.
Let me just get this bad boy out.
Oh, I was going to put a pumpkin on the table.
Oh, you can test it out if you want. Ooh, he seems quite intrigued by this. He puts a glove on and he rubs along the weapon, and there's a clear but light refracting fluid. That is definitely a toxin. Now, he clicks his fingers, says a couple of words in dwarf, and identifies the weapon.
Okay.
And he hands it over to you, pops it back into your pack there, and he says,
Damn!
there is absolutely no way that is not the weapon of an assassin.
Yeah, absolutely.
God.
Look at that.
Now, I don't know where that came from, and I'm not going to ask any more questions.
Parthen, we thank you
However-
for your discretion in this manner.
Yeah.
However, I wouldn't let any local militiamen catch you with that.
Yeah, that is a fair call. So have a look at this. It is...
Wow. Yeah, that's... Oof.
That's pretty crazy.
He basically let you know that it appears to be not only an assassin's weapon, but one that would make someone who wasn't necessarily an assassin an assassin.
Yeah, you can see that. Wow.
It appears to be a weapon that's built for someone sort of like a throwaway assassin type.
I kind of don't want to give it back to Olaf due to the fact that he may use it to assassinate somebody.
Winston wanted to take someone else's goods
I'm just
for
saying,
the good of someone else,
well,
perhaps.
this falls into my character's mythos, which is it may be safer for me to possess this than it is for somebody whose virtue I cannot trust.
Now, how much of this was talked between you directly? Did you mention Olaf at all within earshot of Parthen, or was it all just sort of hush hush, kind of while you've sort of taken a step away from the table?
I think that was a discretion.
That was discretion. Eduardo and I talking
All right.
ourselves. Although maybe we can ask them. We can ask Ferdinand. Well, he's half.
I reckon we should ask Parthen. I reckon we can trust him.
Parthen, may I ask you an unrelated question?
Yes, let's see how unrelated it is.
I interject. I'm like, what's this now? Let's see your real skills. The real reason we're here.
The garlic disappears from existence.
I look at Chris impressed. I'm like,
he's like,
he's real.
He's the real deal. Oh, man.
He clicks his fingers again, and you appear across the town.
Oh, Eduardo is gone.
Ferdinand interjects and says, "Stop it, Parthen. Enough with the magic bullshit."
I run back to the table with the biggest grin on my face. I was like,
Parthen is winking at you. He quite delights in you, actually.
I wink fervently back.
Oh, jeez. Eduardo, calm yourself. I have a question for our friend.
Oh, yes, please.
Have you heard of Olaf around the town? What can you tell us of him?
Olaf. Oh, it does a very poor impression of Olaf's accent. Oh, I suppose that's his, is it?
He claims it to be his.
Oh, I have no doubt that it's his.
Interesting. Why do you say that, Parthen?
Well, let's just say Olaf and I have done business before.
I see.
Business?
What sort of business?
Oh, relatively mundane, a few barrels of blessed water here, a couple of severed hands, that sort of thing. Nothing too impressive. However,
My
he
stomach grumbles at 7 hands.
He did kill that guy for me.
so does Alira's. And Parthen goes, and he just kept getting us into trouble.
Interesting. Would you say he's a trustworthy person?
Absolutely not.
Interesting. I noticed on the chat, J-Mag's like, "Oh, I see the 3 kids. Bury the truth is safe." Oh no. Thank you, Partham. We shall return to you later.
Take care, boys.
Okay, let's have a little chat over here, Eduardo.
Ta-ta!
Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta for now.
Okay, so let's get out of your shot and get over here. What do you think? What do you think we should do? It's quite a powerful weapon. What's your finesse skill?
My finesse. Oh, I'm a rock.
Did you do that?
Yep. Oops. That's whoa. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a conniption here. Here we are. So my finesse is 22.
22. So I could give you this weapon.
I feel like it may be better in my hands for the moment and then better in your hands later.
Yeah, well, that's probably factual.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna riskily pass this across to you.
Maybe don't do it here. Maybe don't do it here.
That's a good call.
We are in the middle of town.
Just like, hey mate, hey, take this contraband.
Also, I will give you a tip. I will, breaking out of character. In this game, the game mechanism, this is not my ruling. I think it applies here. If a weapon is too high a level for you, you do have a chance of missing, a higher chance of missing than with one that is not.
Interesting. Because it is quite it's a level 10.
It is quite a bit higher than you.
Yeah. I can't even give it to you because you have too much stuff in your inventory.
That makes a lot of sense.
I will pass that to you later.
Yeah.
So shall we? Are we not going to give it back to Olaf?
I believe so.
Okay.
Hold on. Gotta give you guys your reward for This was just your reward for completing Parthen's quest because you have officially completed that. So that's what I had to remember to do.
Level up!
Yay!
That was quite a pivotal point. So, all right, if you guys want to quickly level up.
Yes, we shall level up. Okay, I can't remember how to level up.
It's easy. Just open your inventory.
Yes.
And you'll see your picture. You can just So it's that easy.
Well, maybe if I bump my finesse, then I'll be able to use this crossbow at some point.
Yeah.
So I have 2 available. I can get it up to the required level, or I can just do 1 now and do 1 on another level.
Okay.
What abilities can I enhance? Enhance. What are you gonna do, Barry? Because no one can see. You're gonna have to tell us what you do.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at everything.
I wonder if my sword also leveled up with me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh.
I did tell you to remind me, didn't I? Okay, so manage.
Alright, I'm putting a point in dual wielding.
Ah, that's probably actually matches your character's playstyle.
Yeah. I do want to get a spear at one point. Like, I know I'm going to be terrible at it, and Eduardo knows that too, but it's just got this, like, I don't know if it's like a phallic thing or not, because he's like not sexually repressed, he just doesn't know.
And he's not aware of sex.
Yeah, he has no idea, but he just wants like a large, long thing to poke people with. that's all he knows.
Winston, as you run your fingers across the blade, you feel an odd warmth.
Ooh.
I'm evolving. Dun, 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 dun.
You're the worst. Ooh.
All right, you feel quite a bit stronger.
Oh, look at that.
Quite a bit more adept at wielding your blade.
Look at that.
Ooh, fancy.
You have now. Oh, that's right. You feel a bitter yet sweet flavor in your mouth, Eduardo, and great memories of warm times with a loving relative whose identity you can't quite remember.
I'm loving that the chat has no idea, but we all have an idea. That will be revealed at some point, viewers. Okay, what should I do? Actually, maybe I'll throw it to the chat. What do you guys reckon I should do? My two-handed seems to be leveling up with my sword, so I don't really need to boost that. I could boost... What's going to give me fire? Pyrokinetic.
I'm just quickly eating all the stuff that I have no idea what the effects do.
Chris, if you have an ability that is put onto an item,
Yep.
you don't need the skill to use it.
Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Interesting.
That's cool.
So, for example, you have that amulet that gives you the ice abilities. It boosts your Hydra Sophie to give you a boost to that damage, but it doesn't. But it gives you those abilities no matter what.
Interesting. I might just boost my warfare so that I get good physical damage. Alright, done. My guy's done. You good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright.
So I'm just eating everything.
Oh, I think just 1 second. You feel some skills you learnt from someone you just can't quite identify. Coming back to you. Coming back to you ever so slowly.
Interesting.
Ooh. Venom coating. That's cool for 2.
Alright, so you have leveled up.
Yes.
Actually,
And you guys are...
I'm
yes?
just going to quickly give Eduardo. I found this earlier, and I forgot to give it to him. It's a throwing knife skill. I think you could use it.
Delicious.
Oh yes, that was to go along with the spider legs.
And I'm going to learn my other ones. I got a silencing stare.
Oh, you can backstab.
Oh yeah, definitely learn those. That's a very good...
Phoenix
very good.
dive. Oh, damn.
I just got hard.
Alright, shall we continue?
Sure.
Mecky's asking if Barry is his own grandfather.
Keep watching to find out.
Parthen would know if anyone would.
Yeah, really. Skills, here we are.
Alright, so have you decided on whether or not you're going to keep that crossbow?
We are going to keep the crossbow.
So you intend to inform Olaf that you're keeping it? Inform him that you couldn't find it? Or just gonna hope that he was drunk enough that you can walk away with the measly 15 gold he gave you?
Well...
Yeah, I felt like 15 gold's not going to go very far.
I feel like we can probably just walk off and you forget about it.
Yeah, well, he was drunk, but he did become sober when we talked to him about it more.
Okay.
I feel like we might press him for information and, like, worst case scenario, say that we've disposed of the weapon.
But we...
Well, you...
I'm very persuasive. I can just say we couldn't find it.
Yeah.
His cart is still over there, as is some cargo that appears to be related to it near the smithy. So you might want to...
That is true. Can we... maybe we'll go have a chat with him real quick. To the inn!
Indeed.
Okay, to the inn.
Oh no, I'm worried about this. We're rolling the dice on this one. So we're not going to give it back to him. We decided that, yeah?
No, yes.
We're going to keep it.
Because he's going to use it for nefarious purposes.
Now, should we...
And Eduardo's justification is he's going to give us 15 gold.
Yeah. And should we... So should we...
Just go say no.
He did inform you that the rest of the reward would come when he
That's right.
when he was delivered his crossbow.
I think it's very powerful. It's like ridiculously powerful.
And we know that it'll be bad in his hands.
Yeah. So are we going to tell him that we couldn't find it?
Yeah. Wait, if we got any better story than we couldn't find it?
Couldn't find it. We just felt bad not telling him, so we're going to go tell him.
You know what? Hold on.
Alright, I'm ready.
Real quick, hubbub. Have a hubbub?
A little hubbub.
Let's have a bit of a hubbub.
Oh, hold on a sec.
I'm going to sit down so I look
feel
relaxed.
a little sluggish for a second there. We've just done a bit, so I thought I should probably get that out of the way.
It's a good idea. Oh,
While you're having a chat.
We're not sitting at the right table, but I'll just come stand with you. Yes, Eduardo.
Winston.
Yes.
So, we had a militia officer
Yes.
come and bust our bad guy who had the crossbow.
And he took it.
Should we say that it's been confiscated and destroyed?
Yes. I like it. Let's go.
Plausible.
Makes sense to me. Plausible deniability. We never touched it ourselves.
We
Let's
do have it on our person.
let's just quickly check to see if he even recognizes us.
Yeah, we both sit down.
So we'll just sit down, and we'll appear like we're just gonna have a drink, and we'll see if he talks to us.
Well, I have a herring, as is my wont.
As you chomp down into the herring, he gets a blast of the smell in his nose and turns to you and goes, "Have you found my crossbow?"
Okay, he knows. You want to explain?
Blasted.
You want to explain?
He does not appear to be drunk. He appears to be sober at the moment.
Okay. Shall we get him drunk?
Yes.
You're gonna need a drink for this.
No. Crossbow.
Let's see if I can. I'll just put one in front of him and see what happens.
Just see what happens. It's like an obvious drunk. It's like, well, good luck.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
Interesting. So, should I say because I'm more persuasive?
I believe so. How about I lay it up for you?
You lay it up and then I'll say the final persuasive bit. Okay, alright, ready?
Yes.
No, too late.
Yep.
Roll.
He sees us looking awkward. Ooh.
You did pretty well.
Oh.
Did I get
Who's
it?
carrying the crossbow?
Who's carrying the crossbow?
You are, I think.
I thought I passed it to you. No, I couldn't pass it to
Hold
you.
on. Yeah, that's right. So you
No,
still got it.
I'm carrying it. Uh-oh.
I see the residue on your fingers. Where is my crossbow?
I can talk around that.
Yeah, absolutely. I motion towards Lord Winston.
Yeah.
Well, Winston.
I sigh disappointed. Olaf, we got so close that I even touched it. But unfortunately, the militia confiscated it and destroyed it before we could get it back to you. It is no more.
I hardly believe they would have destroyed it in a mere matter of hours. The thing's practically indestructible. That's the whole point.
Well, to be honest, Olaf, we didn't see it being destroyed. We were just told that that's where it was going.
And then who had it to begin with?
Drink your wine.
No.
Drinky booze, drinky time.
Who's a thirsty Olaf?
Where is my crossbow?
Just out of the game for a second, Mick says, Chris, are you sure you don't want to mention that you're a close relative or friend of the crossbow?
I'm myself in a longbow. I should know.
We can say who had it.
Yeah.
What was his name? Lester.
Lester, yeah.
He repeats his name. He says, "Where is my crossbow?"
Olaf, Lester had your crossbow. That is factual. Yes, it is.
It certainly is.
Okay. He's listening.
And then a fight ensued when we tried to get it back off him. And then from that point, the militia guard confiscated the crossbow.
Is that all?
That is all.
Any more detail?
That's all I know.
He said he was going to destroy it.
He said he was going to destroy it.
Who in the militia guard confiscated it?
What was his name?
Should we tell him his name?
Well, he won't go and talk to him because he knows that he's not meant to have it. So we're safe. So what's his name?
I believe it was Liam.
I believe it was Liam.
Oh, yeah.
Liam indeed.
Huh?
Oh!
Yep. His counter roll was incredible.
I failed on a 22.
His was a 26.
But it was Liam.
His was a 26.
It was Liam.
But he's probably like doing into
But it's whether or not you can convince him that it was Liam.
But look at all these drinks, Olaf.
How could you possibly be upset with all these drinks?
Olaf is getting very tired of your charade. He goes, "Where is my crossbow?"
And I reply in the same tired point. Olaf, we came here as a courtesy. We do not have your crossbow. We just thought you should know who does.
It's a battle of wits.
He stands up
It's a roll-off!
Oh god, Chris, please.
and he walks away and he walks upstairs.
Interesting. Hopefully that's the end of that. Let's leave!
There's a way we can guarantee that's the end of that.
What, do you want to go?
Hey man, look, this D&D is D&D. All the options are there, baby.
That is true, that is true.
Loose lips sink heroes, as they say.
But he
Yes, Eduardo, that's exactly how.
he doesn't fully know.
Oh, he has a pretty strong idea, though.
What do you want to go,
Not saying anything.
It's up to you. You are saying something. We're journeying together. What do you want to do?
There's a broken bottle right here. Did he seem clumsy?
Not when he wasn't drinking.
Ooh. Oh.
J-Mac, you're allowed to talk. We will only read them when we can.
Oh. Oh. All right. My sneaky guts are telling me.
I glanced at his health, and we can take him. I just don't know whether we need.
Mela approaches you.
Oh, here we go.
Says, "Couldn't help but overhear a slightly nefarious conversation in my establishment.
My face goes red.
I say,
I have no problem with you sorting out your issues with the man.
Oh,
Just
interesting.
not in my house."
Ah, very well.
But of course.
We shall respect your wishes, Mela. Please have this one. This room.
Please.
she just sort of winces.
Okay,
But she does say,
let's sit down. Let's sit down.
This. See. Okay. She kind of gives you a sly look and goes, and sort of, sniffs the air and goes, "Something doesn't smell right," and just leaves it at that. So she might have picked up on the fact that you have the crossbow, but she might not have. You're not quite sure.
Oh no. How many people have to die today?
Christopher, no.
Well, she seems to be one to leave things alone.
Does.
Yeah.
So
she clearly hasn't said anything to you, so she's just said, "Don't kill anyone in my house."
Maybe we should leave.
I feel like, how's this? We say that that was a fake or something that was taken, and the real one was actually hidden away. We take him outside of town, and he falls over on a knife a few times.
Well, you want to go kill him?
Because this comes no.
We stole his thing.
Yeah, because he's a bad boy.
Let's leave and not talk about this in open pubs.
But of course, Mela, as always, a pleasure, my dear.
Roll perception checks, two of you, or a wits check, I should say. Just.
Whoa!
Whoa!
All right.
Eduardo
Right,
is...
you notice, you both notice, Eduardo especially, you both notice that the dwarf you encountered the other night, who was rather MA15 plus, if I remember that was the term used, and a dwarf that looks very, very, very similar to him, listening in very intently.
She's sitting right next to us.
Oh no.
No, not her. The two dwarves across.
Upstairs.
One up on the stairs and one behind the bar.
Down here, yeah, I see him. Dodger.
Roger, and Dodger.
Roger and Dodger.
Jeez.
Yep.
Okay.
And they are clearly listening in. They don't appear to be overtly. They're not. They don't appear to be writing anything down per se, but they are listening.
Gotcha.
I think it's time for us to leave.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And hold on.
Yes.
I say very loudly and very clearly.
Oh no. I'm distancing myself from this statement.
And I believe this story will make the most amazing stage show ever. Let's hire cast and run out of here.
Yeah, that's right.
A move before any rolls have to occur. Move.
Huzzah! Off to the circus.
All right. So, jeez. So, all right.
Let's get out of there.
You wish to go.
We're gonna go.
Where are you going now?
To the abandoned farm.
To the farm. To the farm.
To the
Oh, you want to make your way to the farm? Okay.
Ooh.
Also,
All right.
It's past 8:40. Does everyone want us to continue all the way through?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I'll ask everybody. Type in "banana done" if you want us to continue all the way through. Whoever's still here, we actually don't know who's
Should
here.
have written not done yet.
Ah, yes, maybe right. Not done yet.
What is it with Barry and these puns? He keeps.
Max says "banana done."
No, I don't know what it means.
Banana done means he wants us to continue.
Yeah.
But you're right. It should say "not done yet."
Yeah.
It's much better.
All right.
All right. Either way, let's load up the next area. So that's where we can start. Worst case.
Let's do it.
J-Max says not done yet.
J-Mac.
All right. Well, if that's what we're doing. All
We
right.
shall continue.
To the
So
farms.
you wanna make the. All right. You wanna go to the game. Okay. So you'll have to go through town first. because the road was closed when you arrived due to flooding. So you'll have to speak to Ferdinand. He's the mayor, just to get see if he can clear it out for you or get you some access.
Gotcha.
I think let's go to 30 herd.
May I just ask everybody on the stream, how is the audio levels, by the way? Because we didn't get a chance to check them all. No one's mentioned anything, so I assume everything's fine. Alright, so where do we need to go?
Just to Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
That's Ferdinand, okay.
It's from
let's go to Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. Ferdinand. Ferdinand.
Right.
I'm saying that out loud. Ferdinand.
He's bobbing his head, slightly drunk.
Dirty, dirty, furty. We may.
What? I'm letting you lead that conversation, I guess.
I see you're having a great time. Unrelated note, we require some of your assistance, please.
Yes, how can I help you?
Just some of it, not all. We have reason to believe there may be some nefarious characters down at the old abandoned farm, so we're seeking passage towards said farm.
Vol sort of runs towards the path, and Alira turns to you and says, "He'll guide you."
Oh.
Yay!
Ferdinand,
I got my hands together very excitedly.
Ferdinand says, "Was flooded out, but we think the bridge is still intact.
We think.
Go for it."
I'm gonna...
And just kind of goes back to his drink.
Just like, go for it.
Go for it.
Go.
Thank you, Ferdinand. Enjoy.
Woo, thank you.
We're off.
He heartily grabs the drink. All right, so you guys want
Do
to...
we need to talk to Parthen, or we're good? We'll come back.
I think
Parthen's just sitting there, and he said once you're done with your business to come chat to him.
Okay,
So.
yeah.
awesome.
We follow Unvol.
Unfall.
Unvol.
Okay, so you come to the river crossing.
Awesome.
Just gonna let that load up.
Mexic,
And
you guys are softer than metric done, and for some reason I thought it was just a general statement.
Yeah, no, I got really sad, but
Oh.
I was like, wait a second, they're talking about audio.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm a real hard man.
Because I just realized that we're capturing Metric Dunn's voice twice, but that's fine. As long as it's not echoing or anything like that, it should be fine. Okay, here we are. It's nice to be out on the road again, Eduardo.
It is.
Let's be on the lookout for any people we can help.
Yes. Help.
Alright, so
Shall we follow?
Unval is just casually walking towards the bridge.
Alright, I'm gonna follow.
Seems to be sniffing around. There's a few crabs. It appears
I approach.
that the enormous... You can talk to the crab if you want.
Oh no. Okay, let's see what happens here.
I crash down to the crab and say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?
He always does the voice.
Hey, good boy."
The crab goes on an obnoxious rant about how he was washed away from his home upstream and got washed to this place. This place is just... Oh, I don't want to be here. There's not enough salt water. There's bloody salamanders around. It's cold. Oh, I don't know where my mum is. Actually, I don't know. I don't mind if I don't know where my mum is. He just kind of sinks into the dirt.
Keeps rambling. Okay.
You could come with us if you like.
He just kind of looks at you and he kind of goes, "I'm happy to stay alive, thanks."
Oh, yeah, that's
I sheathe my daggers. He knew.
Wow. I'm really worried about this Eduardo character that I'm traveling with.
Very well.
There is blood here.
Okay.
Can we?
There appears.
I'm going to ask
go on.
because we keep forgetting to ask, and I'm never going to forget again. We look at the blood. Can we determine what type of creature it is?
You want to investigate the area and investigate? Okay, yeah, cool.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm going to talk to this crab because he might know.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's actually just a... Basically, it's nondescript. It's nondescript blood. It's just blood. You don't know exactly what it is from what animal, or it appears to be mammalian animal, and it doesn't appear to be anything strange per se, but you don't know what it's from exactly.
Okay.
However, you have seen that there are quite a few chunks of flesh, even a severed head in the water, a lot of debris washed up around. There's, this river looks like it's...
You can see there's a battle or something.
And you get the strong, like, heady smell of sewage and sort of, like, oil. Like motor oil, almost.
Delish.
Hey, Eduardo, if you want to have a munch down on that chunk of flesh there, on the bridge.
Chunk of flesh. Alright.
Delish.
Give me a second. I'm just going to go interrogate this crab. Just super quick. I approach the crab and hail him in my signature way. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, buddy.
He looks like he's about to hang himself and just quietly burrows into the ground.
Ooh, I'll leave you to that.
He doesn't want to talk to you at all. Are you having the flesh?
Eduardo, as you disturb the flesh, you hear a large, ominous slushing from the water below.
Oh, slushies.
And 2 large salamanders appear.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, it's on. They are very large salamanders.
That's huge. Now I know what I was talking about salamanders for. Alright. Let's get this going on.
He did mention salamanders.
He did.
I'm glad you spoke to him, but it doesn't really help us now. Get him. Get him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Backstab criticale.
Criticale backstab.
Alright. Let's try this new skill out.
Oh, what do you got?
Oh.
Damn!
Oh,
Nice.
I can't finish him.
He's bleeding. He actually might die on his own volition.
Awesome. Alright, I end my turn.
Uh-oh.
Good luck.
I got a friendly... Oh, they only hurt my armor a bit. Well, hello there, Salamander. Why can't we be friends? I could use ignition, but it might burn the fridge down.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
So I may not do that.
Good thinking.
Yep, don't do that because that'll create fire.
I need to start thinking about things. There's flesh on the bridge. I just go, oh, flesh. Maybe I don't know, look at it for a sec.
Well, we already did that.
When we just saw it, we didn't investigate or anything. Oof, nice.
Well,
Knockdown.
I investigated the flesh.
Investigated the blood, but you saw the flesh.
And I told you to investigate the flesh because you can read it.
I grabbed it.
Yeah.
That's not investigating, that is straight up eating it.
No, but you eat it so that you can get... I wanted you to get memories out of it.
He died.
Yeah, he died. Get him. What, are you upset with your D&Ding so far?
A little bit. I'm usually a bit better than that, that's all.
Well, you've been a little bit having a bit too much fun, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Alright, so I've now got...
He's easy. He just needs one hit and he's good to go.
I can't reach the destination, so I'm just going to run up and bash him in the face.
Give him a little whack.
Rawr.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'll get him. He's just 2 health left.
Wow.
Might just give him a little tap. Executed.
Well done.
We did it.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
He's got a shield on him.
Oh, I'm gonna check the other salamander.
I've already done it.
Oh, Baz.
Hey.
What, during the battle?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Because...
You know it uses action points.
That's fine.
Is it, though?
Yes.
Oh, man. Baz is like, I want to take D&D more seriously.
It said 0 AP, that's fine. You didn't even take the shield.
Because you said there was a shield, I just assumed you took it.
Oh, no.
You took everything else.
No, I left it for you.
Did you have a bite of the flesh so we can see what's there?
No, not yet. Oh, jeez, there's
there is
more stuff
oil,
up
that's
here.
interesting.
There's oil and a torso in the oil.
Huh. Should we burn the oil to get rid of it? Because I can do that.
Wait, before that, I think to myself, I'm like, gee, I wonder what we can learn.
Unfol runs to the other side of the bridge, clear opening fire.
Yeah, good call.
Hey.
What? What?
He's run to the other side of the bridge, clear opening fire. Well, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, maybe he's an undead dog.
Well, he's just trying to get away from the oil.
That makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna eat some flesh. I was gonna have a quick, just to chomp on down.
Oh, so you've eaten into the flesh?
Yep, I've seen this and I'm like, I wonder what I can glean.
Don't tell the dungeon master what you're doing.
Alright, so you've munched down on the unidentified flesh. And you feel even younger than you already do. You feel very frightened, very sort of timid, very, you really just sort of don't feel at place. And then you see the flash of a silver canary.
Interesting. Sing!
Now, Barry.
Canary.
Barry,
Yeah.
roll a memory check.
Ooh.
Fuck you.
Sheesh.
Excuse me.
Damn.
Yeah. All right.
6.
So,
Nice.
do you remember that you used to have a silver canary
Oh.
when you were a wee little elf, fresh from the tree?
Is this
Your
your flesh?
a
What the
favorite,
heck?
a favorite relative of yours bred them for you,
He's very
but
favorite.
you don't
relative.
remember exactly who.
Weird. So weird.
Oh man.
Winston, I had a strange memory from that chunk of food, delicious food. It turns out that I got memories of being younger, and I saw a silver canary, but I had a silver canary.
That's strange.
A relative of mine bred them for me.
Were
Don't know who.
you, were you experiencing your own memories?
I'm confused, maybe, but I don't understand how.
Well, there's some more torsos over here if you want to have a bit of a munch down.
Oh. My
Great grandfather paradox intensifies.
If you want to grab that before I set fire to the oil.
Okay, hold on. Wow, I just took the whole torso. Okay. I can eat the whole torso. Holy crap.
Eduardo, I'd move a little further out of the way.
Oh, Riz, I didn't realize how much fire I can set. Yeah,
Oh, it's a lot.
yeah. Maybe go to the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
It won't harm allies, but anything it ignites will harm allies.
Is it going to burn the bridge?
You'll find out.
I'm going to decide not to do that.
I'm on the other side. Okay. I run back knowing that Christopher now has, well...
We should be
Winston-
able to just walk through this because it just slows us.
Yeah, hold on. Do you want to maybe do an investigation check?
Let's check. Can we ever check to see if we can see anything in the oil that might harm us, or see if the oil is just oil?
Ooh, J-Mac has a good, interesting. Your friendly wolf would have a much better sense of smell. Use it to your advantage, right?
True. But he can't speak though.
That's true. I can only get a feeling from
Oh
it.
man, you got a 20, but I got a delicious 7. I'm getting some bad rolls.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
outside of persuasion checks.
Eduardo, yeah, you get one decent persuasion check. You get one decent roll, and you'll convince someone to like kill their entire family.
Oh, it's happening.
With a spoon.
Like cute Killgrave style.
Right. Eduardo, you identify that the oil appears to be just oil. There's nothing special about the oil, and the bridge seems to be too sopping wet to be ignited.
Interesting.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Frags.
Mech, our metagame helper, has good points. Let's see if we can grab a stick and check the depth of the oil. Or maybe we can just burn it away and then we'll know how deep it is.
How deep is that oil?
Let's find out.
Oh, I'm getting out of here. I'm running away.
Unvul, Eduardo, stand clear. Get to the other side of the bridge.
Hold on. Winston,
Unvul's-
wait.
Unvul
Winston
moves with haste.
Winston, wait.
Yes,
Think, you fool.
quickly. Wait, I can do it while you're standing there. So what do you want?
If any
5, 4.
if any untoward people were to appear per se,
Yes,
this would be a great defense mechanism.
it certainly would. However,
So why waste it?
what do you mean? There's no one here.
There may be later.
We're probably about to, like, if you look at the map, we're about to move on, so...
You never know, though.
Let's find out!
Oh my god. Winston, please.
That was the most anticipation for such little
Such a small
payoff.
thing, yeah. All I did was make the fire. There we go. See, now we can walk through it. Now we're
there
nice
you
and
go.
safe.
That's smart.
Now we're ready to go through
All
it.
right.
In my frustration, I walk up to the river frog.
Oh. There was 2 unfolds for a second there. Oh no, what are you doing?
I tried to chicken him,
Oh, it
and
didn't
now I'm
work.
even more disappointed that didn't work.
It didn't work!
I walk back, head hanging in shame.
Barry, you feel a hum in your head, and it's almost it's like a smirk. You just feel a smirk across your brain.
The dog's smirking at you.
Oh god. I eat a herring to
It's not even
cheer
smoking
myself
at you.
up.
You see smoking like within you.
Yeah, like I felt.
All right. So, did you want to keep checking the area out, or did you want to move on to the abandoned farm?
I'm happy to move on because we've got to come back through this way anyways. So we can check it out as we come through.
I feel like there was a something on the left that we didn't completely check out.
Well, you only feel like that because he asked you if you want to stay.
No, I didn't know we were moving on already.
We're moving on to the next area. We're going to come back.
There's something one thing I want to check.
What do you want to
I say, wisdom, wait.
Okay, what do you want to check?
And then I like excitedly run off.
Do you actually know what you want to check?
I do.
Okay, let's do it.
I spotted a vine on the left-hand side, which I didn't tell you about.
Thanks for that.
No worries. Well, I didn't know we were moving on so quick.
Well, because you have to be vocal about what you want to do. Bad dungeoning, bad. we want to keep checking out the area. But we're paused.
I plead with you and I say...
Oh, sorry about that. No, I thought we were moving on to the next area, so I went to the map and it paused you automatically. My apologies.
That's okay.
I say, I'll be really, really quick, and just like run off and scamper up the vines.
Oh, well, of course we should go up here then. Let's have a look. What is it, Eduardo? What'd you see?
I don't know. A crab.
Why'd you talk to it? You've spoken to the others.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Bad, I bet.
Yeah, they seem to all be having a bad time.
Quite well, thanks.
Yeah, he's a happy mud crab.
I'm like, oh, good. Oh, what a relief.
He raises his pincers to the ceiling in praise.
You all good up here? All good?
Yep, great.
Awesome! And I run away. Just to make sure.
Oh, man.
I feel fulfilled internally knowing that I've met a happy crab.
Oh no, you've been a joyous crab.
I'm so glad that everyone on the stream and Metric Dunn like gets to experience what I experience every time I play D&D with Barry.
Oh man, it's
incredible. No, I've already had to rewrite the story with Barry in mind more than once.
Oh, far out.
It's beautiful.
That's right, Meg.
All right, make the crab. Oh god. So, are we moving on?
Absolutely.
Yes, we are 100% ready to go. Now that I've chat with a crab. Hey man, you can never be sure. You don't know what knowledge they could hold in their pizzas. You don't know which mud
crab could hold the future for our journey.
Exactly.
Alright, we're here.
Alright. Yeah,
oh,
no,
sorry. It appears you've loaded in the same area. I don't know why that's on that. My apologies.
So I was going to say, oh, a dead salamander.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, sorry about that. It's very finicky with the right click. Sometimes if you right click the banner just below it, it'll sometimes do that. So.
Oh, right. Oh, we're here.
Okay, so.
Okay, here we go.
You arrive at the abandoned farm. As you break through the trees, the air carries the stench of rotting flesh and sulfur. It is quite clear that this farm is anything but abandoned. Do you wish to continue forward toward the farmhouse and look for occupants? You do see some lights to the right, possibly a campfire. Or do you want to turn back and seek further information in below?
I believe that we should check out the lights first. We've come too far to go back now.
Oh, no, I don't want to go back. I think while we're here, we can work it out. We can talk our way out of or into any situation. Yeah. Should we go check out the campfire? I agree. Before we go to the house.
Let's go. Let's go scope out this
Okie dokie. Alright, so... The campfire is just... over here.
Ooh,
should get a ping.
Pings!
Ping!
I didn't get a ping.
Pingus.
Did you get a ping?
I didn't ping.
Should just be to your right.
Yep. Alright. Hey, Winston.
Hey, bud. What's up?
No Russian.
Are you gonna sneak in?
Yeah.
Alright, Eduardo's gonna sneak in. I will. I think that makes sense, though.
I'm glad you like that, Mr. Dunn. Nothing but sweet, juicy berries on this bush. And that stirs something deep within me, but I don't know what.
Alright, I'm following you with the camera. I'm gonna hang back.
Alright. I see a tree trunk in front of me.
Do you want to check the area?
Yes.
Maybe some form of check?
For sure. Alright. I hang around right next to the campfire and I try and investigate from in between the bush.
So what are you trying to do?
Something deep.
So what are you trying to do?
Just trying to see what I can find out about this area. Like, you know, is it
Okay.
Lived in? Has it been used recently?
Do an investigation check.
This feels more like D&D. Oh man,
Ooh.
my eyes work.
Okay. Basically,
Your eyes work.
you've noticed, right? You have noticed that there's people in this field with you.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
You don't know exactly where they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can hear there are people in the field.
All right.
Okay, and they haven't yet picked you up, right?
Uh-huh.
So you do have an advantage. Whether you wanna, what you wanna do with that advantage, right?
I've hatched a plan.
Do you wanna try and see if you can see them, or?
Yeah, I'll do an investigation check if I can see them. But if that fails, I've got a backup plan.
Okay.
Alright. Well, you can't tell me the plan, unfortunately.
That fails.
Alright, so I look around and just see enemy wheat, and I'm like, alright, I've got an idea.
Enemy wheat?
Yeah.
Okay.
They unsheath their blade.
So whatever you're going to do, unfortunately, you won't be able to tell me, because I'm too far away.
That's fine. Yeah, you keeping a keen eye on me?
I'm here, I'm watching. I know where you are.
Yep.
Because I can see from here. I've positioned myself so I can see you, but I'm outside of the field.
So just quickly, when I said, hey Winston, no Russian, that was a cue for you to take out your crossbow, because that's what happens in Call of Duty. Alright.
Okay. Should I take my crossbow out?
Yes.
Alright, I actually can wear it now.
Hell yeah. Alright, the dice roll's still on my screen. I don't know why.
Well, I can't carry anything. I'm going to have to eat some carrots.
Oh, thank you. Alright, so I am going to put out this campfire. And I hang back.
Okay, I have too much. I'm carrying too much.
Oh boy.
No, I'm not. Okay, so what'd you do? Oh, you put out the campfire.
Yeah, to try and draw them in towards to see.
Interesting. Okay. I have...
You have now entered combat, I believe.
Yes, we have. Okay, there is a few. I can get this guy, only with a little bit of accuracy. I can set them all on fire, though. In theory.
Silver Canary.
Silver Canary.
That's interesting. I didn't know I had one of these guys as a pet. That didn't look like a miss to me.
Did the second one miss?
Ah.
Yeah, they both missed.
They both missed. Oh, they're all.
Remember, I did warn you that
You did. I might have to change back to my sword when I get back in. But it was a good idea.
That was.
Where are you?
I am sneaking behind this dude. We're gonna backstabbins. So I'm going to.
Whoa.
Two of you make those rolls when you get a chance.
Sure thing.
Okay, I did a roll.
I got 12.
I succeeded. You succeeded.
Oh,
they seem very, very anxious.
Oh.
They don't want to be here.
Gotcha.
Oh, I am going to... Should we put away our weapons? The Silver Canary thing's throwing me a bit.
Yeah.
They don't seem like they want to fight.
I think you should talk to him.
Okay. How do I do that?
Well, you get one option.
Okay.
Remember in the first episode when you sat down on that stool and you went, yes, I will bring you to death or whatever. You have one option. That's what I built into the rule. You have one chance to sort of speak during a turn.
Okay.
While doing your actions.
I will speak to the Silver Canary that's right in front of me. Because he hasn't actually, like... Well, he has kind of attacked me, but he doesn't. Seems like he doesn't want to be here. They seem scared. We wish you no harm. We are only defending ourselves. Are you doing the same? Can we talk instead of fighting?
Decent. Ooh, okay.
Okay. He yells out something in a language you don't understand.
Uh-oh. Does it sound menacing, or does it sound...
You can't identify it whatsoever. It could be literally like, Flaklubala! So it was that. Flaklubala!
But does he sound like what sort of pitch or feeling do I get in his voice? Oh, okay. He doesn't want to fight anymore.
Nice. I tap my sparring partner on the shoulder and say, "You fought well this day."
And he's going to say something like, "Quabble blobbles."
Sleepy pips.
He says, leave this place or die. And then
Oh.
they disappear into the wheat.
So they kind of do want to fight us?
I run off to yelling out, "Rude!"
Do you know what? Make a perception roll.
Sure. Uh-oh.
Me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not great.
You gather the idea that he doesn't necessarily mean that he's wants to kill you.
Aha, gotcha.
Right, okay. Oh, right, I get it. Sorry, leave this place, we will die. He doesn't mean
It's
them, he means that us.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I still keep in my head that he's rude.
Now, you might want to eat some of that fish you've got stored up. Because you're a little bit injured.
Oh, bit fishy.
Oh, and I forgot to put my...
I've got a torso to eat. And there's some things on the ground over here.
I got a ring that gives me more armor, but I lose Necromancer, one Necromancer, but I gain wits.
Unvil appears out of the wheat, just sort of dancing around.
He's loving it.
You silly little rascal.
Okay. Alright. Sorry, I was just putting my sword back on. So what are we doing? Shall we head further in?
Well, I just realized I got a bloody torso that I can eat.
Munch down.
I'm just gonna eat a whole top half of a person real quick. Don't mind me. Hot nom, delicious.
Do you want to face this way, Bess?
Alright, so you just ate a whole torso, you said?
I did. Yes. I found it on the ground somewhere. I'm sure it's good.
Eduardo only eats things in like whole meals.
Yeah.
Alright, did you find it here? Did you find it here, or did you find it back at the river?
I found it back at the river. In the oil.
Back at the river. Okay, so that's right. You didn't eat that one, did you?
Sorry.
Oh, you got a pain in the base of your skull, right near your brainstem.
Oosh.
Almost feel it in your throat. And you look down, and your gullet, you were split from the neck to the stomach.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
And all you see is the head of a wolf.
Oof.
And nothing else.
Okay, gotcha. Can I run a perception check on that memory and see what I could see of myself when I look down? Like, am I old, young,
Absolutely.
male, female?
But I feel like you might find that you were whoever that
You
was.
you gather absolutely nothing.
I look down and like, what are these things?
Yeah,
What are these, meat mullets?
you're a flying spaghetti monster.
Alright, shall we head deeper in?
I believe so.
I think we know that there's danger, but we're just going to have to...
Unvol catches a scent that he clearly does not like.
Oh, where's the
Clearly.
Where is he?
He runs back to you, and he makes an almost ungodly howl. You hear sort of a shimmering, sort of like an odd sound in the wind.
What is
Kind of
it?
get a bit of a chill.
What is it, boy? What's happening?
Can you see what he feels? Like you'll be able to get a sense of what he feels. I can't.
Yeah,
Alira appears.
oh, hello. That's scary.
She appears out of nowhere.
Oh, boy.
One of the wolves called me. What's going on here? She takes a deep breath.
Yep.
She almost begins to weep.
That's interesting.
She goes, something nefarious is going on here. I cannot even begin to explain my feelings on this.
Oh, dear.
It seems like it's tied in with the previous wolf attacks.
Would you like to talk about it?
I just did. Alira, what is it that you're sensing?
She sees a visage across from the path near the torches. She can't quite make it out. It almost looks like... No. And it disappears.
Huh.
I think I saw that there was someone up ahead.
Is there?
I think I saw who it was.
What did you think you see?
She doesn't know who it was, but she had an ominous feeling from him.
Uh-oh. What did you see, Eduardo?
Barry saw who it was. Did Eduardo see who it was?
If Barry saw it, Eduardo saw it.
Oh my lord.
Eduardo, what did you see?
I don't know what or who it is, but I saw a person, and their name tag said something about being of a relation to me.
Oh, no! Shall we investigate further?
I believe so. I've a sense of familiarity, and I'm not scared.
Okay.
Alira moves towards the visage.
So I search the tree trunk.
Alright, I'm following you, Eduardo.
Alright. I follow Alira.
Alira.
I see some glowing on our left. Oh, that doesn't look like fun.
Alright. She hears a noise.
Uh-oh.
She sees something odd. To the left.
Uh-oh.
She ushers you to stand behind her.
Okay, we shall stand behind her.
I do.
Oh, I now pronounce you behind Alira.
In defense.
She walks towards the person, and she yells,
Oh, no.
Invalas un vol volar. Nothing happens. You hold.
Uh-oh. Something's happening.
She moves towards them. She yells it again.
Uh-oh.
Un vol. Nothing. She goes to move forward once again.
The path ahead looks very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell her to stop?
You can attempt to. As she's moving towards,
Stop, Alira!
a figure
Uh-oh.
turns away from you.
Oh.
You hear a scream of agony. The figure then
Uh-oh.
ignites a ring of fire
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ooshed. Alright, that's...
and appears to disappear in a cloud of smoke.
What is going on?
What happened here?
And then, out of nowhere,
Uh-oh. Where are you, Eduardo? Oh, you're all the way back there.
I was scared. I run up.
God, sorry. Dude that died is buggering up the sequence. 3 bandits attack.
Bandits, what are you doing here? Dills?
I'm surprised it's only bandits.
Yeah, same here. That's what I mean. Like, what are you doing here? There's like a ring of fire.
Ding, ding, ding,
Johnny Cash.
Ding, 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 ding. See you guys.
Alright, where are they?
Check your mini map,
No,
boy.
Mimi maps. Mimi Mappy.
Also, if you want just a game cheat in general, if you press the oh god, I can't remember the name of it now. It's right next to your 1 button. It'll show up your enemies. You know, the little squiggle. Why can't I remember what it's called?
Oh, yeah, the tilde key.
Tilda. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I always call it the Swinton button because of Tilda Swinton.
Ah, nice. I was like, what's a swing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I am finding my skills. Ooh, interesting.
Trying to see where you are so I can set the camera.
Since it's rough terrain, I couldn't do my thing. I'm gonna run straight past him. Wah! You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I can't even see him.
And I
Oh, there you go.
give him an attack from behind.
Nice. They're quite strong.
I convert. Yeah, really. So it's a silver canary, and I'm like, I'll whisper from behind him. I'll be like, "What are you doing? I thought we had an accord." He'll be like, "It's a Mazda."
Are you trying to talk to him?
Yeah.
Do you mean a Honda? It's a Toyota Commodore. Anyway.
My favorite.
That was almost a thing, actually. But
Oh, jeez.
anyway, go on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try. As I stab him in the back, I like whisper into his ear. I'm like, "I thought we had an agreement.
Interesting.
No fighting."
He doesn't respond to you. He doesn't respond to you at all.
Ooh,
Ignores you completely.
Can I roll a check?
No further questions.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright, end that turn.
Okay. Metric Dunn's turn to control Lyra.
I yell out, Winston, their minds might not be their own.
But do you think that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, we got some stuff going on here.
Oh. Alira just made everyone wet. Watch out, it's getting sexy on the GameStormers. I still don't know what that means, though.
But she made it right. She made everyone... Yeah, because you can do things with...
Yeah.
like she's about to do.
Ooh. J-Max said, I'd like to point out that I would advise not to ever use the crossbow. The residue will rub off on your fingers, and next time you're in town, a certain someone may notice.
Ah, interesting.
Clever. Thank you, J-Mac.
Alright, so now it's the enemies. What are they going to do? Ooh.
Icicles. Ooh, ow.
Oh, she's down here.
Oh, damn.
Don't you worry.
It was just like, I know I got backstab, but look at this, I can twirl my staff.
He has a lot of magic armor. I was going to try and freeze him, but I don't think I'll be able to.
Gotcha. Well, you can wear it away.
Yes.
Yes, quite.
What should I do? What should I do? I'm going to try and knock him down.
Give him a big old bash.
What's for the armor? But I will knock out the rest of that armor. Hiya!
You do that damage though. Oh wow, your just normal attacks are pretty great.
Unvol is here.
Ah, Unvol.
He's the one that summoned Alira.
That's right.
He's the best.
He's a mage.
Uh-oh. Amazing grace.
How sweet the spell.
This is the first proper mage enemy we've encountered.
Oh. Thank you for joining us, J-Mac. We appreciate it, man. Have a good sleep and work well tomorrow.
Oh, he's doing a lot of fire-based activities.
He certainly is. Oof. It's Firebrand.
This guy runs in. He just screams, "For the canaries!"
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, these guys like their fire attacks.
Yeah, really.
Oh.
Sorry, I keep thinking that's the one to skip. You know, my bad.
It's alright. Curse of 3, it's you.
Alright, yep, so I'm gonna go.
Eduardo.
Backy stab.
Get him. Just remember, you're in fire.
Yeah. So I'll make sure I end my turn out of here.
Yeah, because it's taking a whack off your magic armor.
Oh, he got his armor back.
No, this is another dude.
Oh. Oh, the other dude's gone. Okay.
This is the guy that just jumped in. Nice.
He hasn't got much magic armor. Have we got anything magical?
He has much less magic armor. I've got a few skills. You have skills as well.
Or I've just venom coated my shit.
Nice. That would have been good.
It's going to burn on the way out.
It took me a second to understand what happened. That whoa.
Oh, damn!
Nice. Look at that. You got stunned.
It hurt me a lot, but it didn't hurt the enemy.
That's okay. They're having a bad time though.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. Nether swap.
Nice.
Oh,
She yells out. She kind of yells out very elegantly. My bad. My bad.
My bad. That guy's burning in the water.
That sucks. That really sucks.
Unvol rips the entrails from the silver canary.
Oh,
Nice.
mean. I love it.
So there is electricity in the air. There is fire everywhere.
So what's the hell out? Oh, even the blood's electrified.
Wow. Yeah.
Cool.
Being put in a corner, he blows up the corpse of his own compadre.
Wow.
Smart choice.
We gotta get to this dude. He's the main dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm burning.
Yeah, we gotta get out of this place. It's the last thing we ever do. Global cooling.
Oh, I'm not burning.
We could
now.
use a little bit of that, couldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm just warm.
That's cool. He just froze the water.
Oh, I'm getting some attacks out on me.
Oh, you're getting whacked up.
but I'm okay.
Oh man.
Oh no, I'm on burning again.
Oh, you just.
I just got rid of that.
He just reignited. He just melted the water again to make it electrified.
Damn, we're getting
He's reaming us.
I can use global cooling, and that will get rid of our fire.
Hold on a sec. He just turned all of the stuff into oil.
Huh.
I don't know how he did that.
That's interesting. But I'm on fire.
Magic is very powerful.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, let's try this. That did not stop my burning, as I expected it should.
Well.
But did I make this icy? No, I didn't.
You have frozen any liquids, but oil doesn't count.
Huh.
Interesting, okay.
Blood, water will freeze. I think poison will freeze as well, I'm not sure, but oil won't.
I'm gonna try and get over here.
Booshed.
This guy is very strong. I'm trying to work out how I can augment my health at the moment.
Yeah,
well, if you look at his stats, he has very weak physical armor. And you deal a lot of physical damage.
That is true. But I'm just worried about my health at the moment. I think I'm okay, but I am burning and I'm now standing in fire. But I created that fire.
With your magic armor down, you're vulnerable to physical damage. I mean, magical damage, not physical. So getting rid of the magical guy might be a good idea.
Well, I've taken down his physical armor now, so you should be able to do some of your backstab stuff.
Yeah, I'll jump on over there and I'll do some stuff to his butt.
The wolf teleports.
Oh, Guardian Angel.
Ah.
I feel fantastic, I think.
Even better.
And he provokes the silver canary.
Ah,
Nice.
provoke. Oh, I love that.
That sounded so disingenuous.
Oh, I loved it. No, it was good.
Whoa!
What the hell, man?
It appears his own fire-laden weapon has put himself at risk.
Nice. Oh, attack of opportunity and everything. Alright.
Alright, how are you going, Baz?
So
you're also down on magic armor?
Yep. So I'm going to see if I can spring leap into this. Well, I can only reach this guy here.
Just be careful about that fire, though.
Yep.
Can you do something ranged?
Yes I can actually. I just got a throwing knife.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice! And he's down!
I'm just going to run through the fire. I'm already burning.
Okay, that's good. That helps.
But I'm already burning. Atch, atch, atch. Oh, he's taking the damage for us. Oh, what a good boy.
That's not good that you made him take the damage.
That's bad, but he's a good boy for doing it, though.
He doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be upset.
Okay, he's alright. He's helping us.
Alright. That's it. I'm gonna end my turn.
Alright.
There's nothing else I can do.
Let's see what Illyra can do for us. Illyra.
Who hips don't lie, supposedly.
Nice. Except we're still on fire.
That's fine. We're more intimidating that way.
Oh.
Oh, nice one.
I have frost armor now, which got rid of my burning.
Shell. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
We're feeling fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
She appears to be quite adept with healing magic.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright.
She know what up.
Let's see if I can,
What type of hellfire are you gonna rain down to this guy's?
I'm seeing if I can... I kind of want to knock him down to, like, stop him from doing anything for a little bit.
You probably just destroy him.
Nice. Okay. Because his armor's down.
Gotcha, so now it's susceptible to... Yeah.
Crippling blow. Whoa.
Wowie.
I did, I think I hit you guys a little bit.
Yeah, that hits everyone within the...
It was worth it! You're all dead.
Oh, you did it. Well done.
Wow, that was quite a difficult fight. Although now we feel fantastic.
They will happen. Alright, now.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Lyra tells you
Yeah, it was good.
she tends to your wounds.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Lyra. That's what I call her now.
And then she launches something to help clear the area of debris.
Oh, wow. All right. Just send a twister my way, would you?
Fair enough.
Now,
A nice cleansing twister.
she goes over and she examines the area in which the man was exploded by his apparent compadre. She does her own investigating while you guys do whatever you feel like.
Yep.
Alright, so what should we do?
I want to investigate and see why these guys attacked us when we just agreed that we were fine, and they didn't respond at all.
Yeah, that was strange. Were they the... Actually, let's investigate to see if they were the same... They were the same people. Definitely.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure they were. That should be a pretty easy check.
Right.
So I
Just
wanna make
roll. Okay. Get you to do this roll, and then I need you to do another one immediately.
Okay. Yep.
Pass. Okay,
nice
do these rolls for me as well.
Okay. Ooh, good roll.
Okay,
Bad roll.
okay.
Failure.
Thank you.
Success.
All right.
Okay.
So these people are all uniformed and well equipped. This is a well organized mercenary group, and they appear to be not only well organized, well armed, and almost paramilitary in design.
And were they the same people that we agreed not to fight with before?
Yes, not the same ones. You don't recognize them, but they are the same group.
Right, so we hadn't had that agreement with them.
Gotcha.
Both of you to roll memory checks.
I have a strong memory.
Yes,
You've
my memory is
seen
also well.
people with these uniforms before
Oh.
at Harren Port.
Hey, okay.
Interesting.
You saw at least half a dozen of them.
In the tavern, maybe. I mean, in the inn
Yep,
area.
in the makeshift tavern,
Yeah, that's the one.
and as the two men that were sitting out the front as you entered,
That's
they were
right.
sitting watching the sea.
Yeah, I remember offering one of them an orange in good faith, and they got very upset. So
That's why
this
they
makes
attacked
sense.
us today.
Yeah, this all makes sense to me now.
Because of me.
Make some rolls for me. Oh, beautiful. Okay, you see,
Yes.
you feel a residue on the ground where that figure disappeared. That is
Oh, you're the figure that you saw, Eduardo.
almost no, not that figure, a different figure.
Oh.
Different figure.
Uh-huh.
The figure you saw disappeared into the flames. You were distracted by the other figure, who blew up their compadre. You run your fingers through the dirt, Eduardo, and you get a little bit of blood and a small chunk of flesh.
Ooh,
Yummy yum yums.
delish.
Do you wish to imbibe the flesh?
I absolutely do wish to have a little midnight snack. For the good of the story.
That's right.
Okay, so as you imbibe the flesh, you hit the floor.
Oh, ouch.
And you start to have a seizure.
Oh, no.
I'll do seizure animations.
Alira, oh Jesus. Alira runs over to you and asks what happened.
Am I still seasoned?
You are, yeah, Chris.
He bit into the flesh to try and recall memories, and he was immediately knocked out.
Oh, no. She tries a healing spell, it doesn't work.
Uh-oh.
She tries that.
Uh-oh.
Nothing's
Oh,
working.
Dear. Oh, dear, indeed.
And then Eduardo had left the game permanently.
And that was the end for him.
Alright, she starts humming. Humming in a language you don't recognize. However, Eduardo, you get a sense of like a candle in the wind.
I love that song.
Do you go after the candle,
Uh-oh.
or do you stray away from it?
That's like walking towards the light.
Yeah, can I roll an investigation check?
You can roll a perception.
Yes, please. Now I'm very, very like,
Uh-oh.
oh,
You get this slight feeling that the candle's the right way to go.
All right. I tender-footedly step towards the candle.
As you step towards the candlelight, you see images of a time you don't recognize.
Okay.
Time where dwarves of many sizes and shapes exist.
I mean, nothing. I'm just around.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a time where the name wasn't the cursed continent. It was just Isidore. You feel an agonizing pain in your chest as you tumble towards the candle.
Uh-oh.
Winston, you see his flesh turn to stone.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Is there anything I can do about that, or is that just gonna pass in its own time?
Alira says, "I think I've done the job."
Okay. Wait a sec, credit Alira.
He's stoned. Oh,
You awake, Eduardo.
Eduardo, you're back.
What the hell happened?
That's what we want to know.
Oh.
You feel like you've lost a testicle. It's bad. You don't feel good whatsoever.
I have an orange because they're my favorite.
It was just.
You feel better.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna have an orange too.
She asks you what you saw.
Guys.
What did you see?
Some shit.
What the hell happened there?
So, right. So I'm Eduardo. I'm walking through. I eat a piece of flesh as usual, as is my want, as I do. Next minute, I don't know what's going on. I'm in the dark room with a candle in front of me, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's my birthday. I'm not sure. And then I start walking towards it, and then I don't know. It's like I was taken to an age past or something, because I saw dwarves.
Well, this isn't the first time that you've had a memory that regressed time for you.
Yeah, like that one time. I think I saw myself with my own guts that I ate.
That's weird.
Alira leans out and puts her thumb to the base of your ear.
Uh-oh.
That also stirs something deep within me,
And
but I'm not sure what.
she kind of rubs just near the lobe.
Ooh.
And her eyes roll in the back of her head.
Hello. I think you're in.
In what?
We have to clarify something in a minute about that, actually. It's pretty great. And she sort of almost convulses, but not quite.
Ooh.
And then sort of her eyes roll back into her head, and she goes, "Something's wrong. Something's really... I don't even know what that was. We're not meant to see we see recent memories, some childhood memories, but nothing that alive should see that. Nothing that... Not even the eldest of our... maybe 3 or 4 elves remaining have been alive that long. And that wasn't an elf."
Interesting.
Because, as you know, the elves live about 1,400 years.
Yeah.
So they're very old, and the dwarves live about 400 to 600, depending on their variety.
And me, I'm bloody halfway through my life already.
Hey.
Well, how old are you?
How old is he? He's a sprightly 25 and balding.
Oh, in this humans live till about 120. They don't age quite as
good.
as they do in real life.
Well,
So middle age would be about 65 for you.
He can be 29.
Okay.
That's interesting. So something that's even older than the oldest of living races.
And yeah, basically. And Alira is not a young elf. She's not an old elf by any means, but she's not a young elf. She's a good 600, 700 years old.
She's still got some love to give.
What is
God.
health?
What?
Oh yeah, Barry, we've got to figure that out. You, how old? All right. So your character reaches maturity at 60, right? Basically hits adulthood at 60. So
Yeah.
how old are you?
you have to
Are you
be
like 48
No, you have to be like 80
or something? Or?
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit past.
Yeah.
I'm probably like about 90s.
Yeah, he's like
About no. So you're like the equivalent of like 19 and a half, 20 at the most. You haven't
Pretty
quite hit
much.
21 yet.
they actually they made a motion picture about him called the 86-year-old virgin.
Yeah, the Ver Elf.
Yeah, it was
All right.
Listen, I just don't know. Like where I grew up, that wasn't a thing. I didn't even know how they procreated, and I didn't find out.
No one told you.
Yeah, just I didn't understand.
Someone was meant to
Roll
tell me,
memory
they forgot.
check.
Oh no.
Oh god. Hey.
Says Eduardo just needs to go off to.
You have memories of a long lost relative you can't quite pinpoint. Having many female friends, many women walking through his door. Some never seen again.
Some never seen it.
Sometimes entire boats full of women.
I honestly thought.
You don't know why he spent so much time with women.
Exactly. I just thought they found him intriguing, and then I got worried when I never saw them again.
That's amazing. So what should we do now, Eduardo?
Well, I'm still quite curious about the situation at hand. Like,
So what can we do?
did I eat a rock, and that's why it knows everything?
You didn't eat a rock though. What are you on about?
Because rocks are around a long time.
Well, maybe we'll ask Alira. What?
Had to be a living creature. It had to be living flesh.
Yeah.
No, it's a living rock.
She said she's never seen a reaction like that before to a living creature. Sometimes rotten food, rotten people, like a decayed corpse, but nothing that severe.
Nothing that was still alive.
Could it be something wrong with me, rather than what I was seeing?
That's
Like
interesting.
the memory was confused or misinterpreted.
She says it's possible, but when she viewed it, she saw the same thing. So, and she's fine.
Damn
She's fine, unlike you.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. So,
Who would know more of this subject? Anyone?
yeah,
Anyone
who can we
that you
talk
know?
to?
I know of someone who may help us. We should finish investigating here and then return to Bola.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Let's press on.
Let's head onwards.
Chris, do me a favour. Do me a
Okay.
favour.
Well, anything you want.
I need you to roll.
I need you to help me move house next week.
No.
I stare at you right in the face.
I'm
as you roll.
getting some good rolls now. Keep
She says-
rolling.
She says to you,
Ooh, I'll go back and talk to her.
"Where did you grow up?"
Where did I grow up? I reply with the place that I grew up that I've forgotten.
Devane, the birthplace of humans.
I grew up in the birthplace of humans, Divinity. Have you heard of it? I certainly know of it.
She sort of grimaces and she goes,
Oh. Sorry to have
"Ever met any
disappointed you.
elves? Ever met any elves before, Eduardo?"
Why would you need to meet any other elves but Eduardo? And run off into the cornfield.
Yes, I'm glad that I have met other elves because if I had only been Eduardo, I would have thought that is what all elves are like.
I start playing in the oil field.
Do me a favour.
I'm ready. Oh, it's Wit's turn.
So we did.
She kind of looks you up and down, sort of gives you a sniff.
Oh, watch
Alright?
out.
Hello.
You're in.
And then she goes, she says to you,
It's Meg. Chris,
"I
are
would
you
like to
sure you
talk."
don't wanna- Sorry, go on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, what?
Are you sure you don't want to mention that you're a close relative or friend of the birthplace of
I also was a continent.
Meg.
Oh, it's Mitch just thrown us right off.
It's so good.
Oh,
It's
God.
It's so good.
Alright,
Sorry.
alright, we've got some investigating to do. Oh, boy.
That's amazing.
Okay. So she goes, once we return to Balar, I would like to converse with you privately.
Very
It
well.
doesn't seem particularly sultry.
Okay, I accept. Absolutely.
Alright. She starts moving towards the other area.
Let's off we go. Let's.
And
go.
she calls out to you. There is quite a mess.
Oh,
What is
Wide
going on
open.
here?
what
Look
is
at this.
that?
Wow, look at
Alright.
That's a car.
She goes, she takes a deep breath and she goes, the blood is cursed.
We have seen cursed blood before. It was reanimating things and making them evil. We think.
Yes.
What can we do? Can
She
we?
she gets Unvol to let out quite the howl.
Go, Papa. Go, go.
And all of a sudden,
He's called them. Oh, it's fight time.
Oh no.
3 vile wolves appear out of nowhere.
Again. Alright.
Take him out.
Wow.
Damn.
You gonna get stung, boy. Gonna get stung by these viper blades. Ow!
Ooh.
Just start talking trash to my enemies, which are wolves. Alright, and with that I am done.
Alright, let's see what Illyra does. Oh, we got some magic going on here.
Oh lordy. What's she gonna do with all that electricity? Oh, froze the cursed blood.
It's still cursed blood though,
It's just frozen cursed
but
blood.
the cloud's gone. We need to put some water on there.
Yeah. Pour some liquid on me. Oh. Oof.
Oh, he's frozen.
Haha, awesome.
I'm good with frozen.
Nice.
Got him.
That was good.
Alright, now I'm gonna put some... I've blessed oil, but I think we need water. I can cast rain or something to that effect. No, I can't actually.
Oh.
I can only do cooling.
Think back to what happened a minute ago when someone lit cursed oil on fire.
Yeah, there was Molto Explosianos. Maybe I will,
What if cursed blood does the same thing?
let's find out.
Also, you please make that joke. It's hilarious.
What?
He's like, I was last time I used that joke. I promise.
Alright, here we go, here we go.
No, don't let it die.
Oh,
I think you
You
just,
just melted it.
yeah.
oh. Well,
You tried.
this is what happens. I don't have enough AP to do anything about that.
Can you?
Phoenix dive!
Did it like not burn?
Necrofire.
Necrofire?
It's cursed fire.
Cursed fire.
Ah. Oh, interesting.
Very interesting.
Ah.
He's chilled. He's just like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, what about it?
Here we go. Wolf v wolf.
Ah.
He's a silent wolf now.
It's shush you.
Yes, man, keep that jerk going.
Alright. Can I? Yeah, he can't decay. Oh, I can't get around the back of him. That's okay.
Just remember, these wolves will come back if we don't get rid of the surface.
Yeah.
I was thinking that I could blow it up. That's what I thought you guys were saying. Not that the dungeon master should be helping me. That's what I thought you were saying, Eduardo. That's alright. I will work it out. I still have some blessed water.
So, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Tiddly tiddly. You would sing that song, Eduardo, wouldn't you?
I absolutely do, yeah, but like I just don't get it. I don't get why everyone laughs. I'm like, yeah, it's a good song, right? Where's my barrel?
Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna search. I've got a barrel.
I've got a barrel. Alright, I just set the stage.
Alright, this wolf's gonna go at me. Oh, no. He's going to run away and I'm going to kill him.
Oof, executed. Plus 2 AP.
Oof, but wolf.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I have a thing that
she tells you not to move.
Okay. I shall stand permanently still.
Actually, she tells you. Sorry, she does tell you to move. She tells you to get out of the decaying blood.
I shall move immediately. Run away.
Okay.
Run away.
So she then summons. She starts humming and starts speaking something that Eduardo vaguely recognizes.
Banana boat.
Yeah.
Love that song. Ooh.
Whoa, what is this? Like blessed something?
You might want to get out of there.
No, you don't.
Oh, no, we don't. No, we're good.
Blessed fire heals the living and cleanses the undead.
Interesting.
That's cool.
She's very powerful.
Isn't she? Oh. And the water barrel's gone.
Okay.
Damn, son.
Alright. She moves over.
Cheek grab.
There's like stuff all over the
Some
ground.
plants.
Hey.
She moves over, and there appears to be
Oh man, there is a pile
a
of
bunch of
bodies.
corpses.
Oh, dearie me.
Uh-oh.
She's pretty certain those wolves. She's pretty certain those wolves are done.
Okay,
She's pretty sure they're dead with that cleansing fire.
Awesome.
They're not coming back.
So, the hint she said earlier when you overheard that hint about what happened to cursed fire being lit on fire, you can light blessed oil on fire and it will make blessed fire.
That's
interesting.
So if you use ignition on a blessed oil flask,
Gotcha.
so throw the flask and use ignition, yeah.
And then I can do it. And I have some blessed oil.
That's so
Handy.
Handy.
Handy. Let's investigate these bodies and
Yes.
see what's going on here.
Why are they dead?
Can we
Okay.
can we do an investigation to see if there's anything strange about these deaths apart from
Absolutely, she's assisting you too, so you'll get a pretty good bone. She's got some knowledge that you don't have.
Just-
Holy
that's crit.
shit!
Damn, son.
That is a
Natural
bloody
20.
natural 20 and a 14. They're both pretty good rolls.
All of their
Wow.
names.
Okay. Basic. You are a close friend or relative of both.
I am all of your mothers.
All right. She explains to you. I love how you went, mother. She explains to you that this is clearly an operation to enhance toxins.
Oh.
So there's like some fly agaric mushrooms, some very dangerous wizard's hat agaric, which make incredible toxins. Absolutely deadly.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So someone was trying to make it more potent to keep these evil wolves around longer.
Maybe.
And
That's
she
interesting.
also sees that some serious necromantic, but not your standard necromancy that many people, such as Winston, partake in. Not using the energy of death. This is serious. This is prolonging life indefinitely, sort of stuff.
Jesus.
Right,
It's like a
keeping things
serious
alive that might
operation.
not even want to be alive.
Yeah, oh.
Want to live.
Interesting.
Interesting way to think about it. Oh, there's bones on the other side too.
So what else can we discern from this area? Do you want to do any checks and have a look around?
I want to grab all these narcotics.
Okay, so those will all make toxins when combined with an empty. She explains to you.
Awesome.
There's some meat here as well.
Meat.
If you want to take a munch on that,
Oh, please. Delicious.
amongst the bones. There's in that one there.
Awesome. Let's get
Chris,
this
do you
going.
want to just
Yes.
make a memory check for me?
I will indeed. I'm trying to remember something. Oh, I did
Oh, wow. Wow.
Nice
Alright.
one.
You see a symbol
Ooh.
on one of the sort of cufflinks, more or less,
Must have been in a big band.
of one of the humans there. It's a pretty decayed corpse, but it appears to be a human.
Interesting.
And you recognize the symbol instantly. It is the symbol of House Gorin.
House Gorin.
A very powerful noble house.
Ooh, it's another house of nobility.
Interesting.
Now, I'm going to get you to roll another memory check.
Please, sir, may I have another?
I'll try and make
That's
some
what
good
you go on
stuff.
farming.
Absolutely. This is.
He's taking all those toxins. Okay, that's good enough.
Good enough.
No, I had it at about 16. I was like, around 16. I keyed the things in. You recognise where you've seen the symbol before.
Ooh, where have I seen it? I'm ready.
Ooh.
On the inside of a locket
Huh.
that your mother used to carry.
Uh-oh.
The symbol is of two sitting wolves with a two-handed sword in between them. However, the haft of the sword, the actual hilt, the handle, is made of a two-handed staff. So it's almost like a spell blade, you know, like a staff mixed with it. And that's the symbol. And that is the symbol of House Gorin. And that is the house that your mother was from.
Well, there you go. Hopefully that doesn't
Your
mean
father is the
my family
Decado.
was involved with this. So my father,
Well,
my
it's a
father is
big,
the
it's a
Decado.
big house.
Gotcha.
Your mother is one of 16 children from several mothers.
Jeez, we are a rowdy human bunch.
Well, yeah,
It's nobility. It's proper nobility. It's not quite Game of Thrones, but it's proper.
Gotcha.
Everyone's got a different mother. Same.
Yes, a Degados
King.
always repays his debt.
All right. So, if you guys, do you want to continue investigating, or do you want to further investigate the area outside?
I don't know if there's much else we can see.
I don't think there's anything really else to.
There's some locked metal
Clean.
crates.
Okay, so roll a perception check. The two of you.
Yes. Oh, damn!
Oh boy, you guys are rolling well. You've got some pretty good bonuses though. She's helping you out a lot. Okay, basically you remember that you noticed when you turned left earlier when you saw that visage that distracted you, there was an entire paddock to the right
Oh,
that you didn't investigate.
let's go check it out.
Sounds good. There was some meat on one of the bone corpses.
Oh, did you want to have a munch?
But it was red meat. It wasn't like flesh. So I'm guessing it's actually an ingredient. Yeah, it's raw red meat. -1 constitution.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's like an ingredient or if it's...
So are we going this way? Yeah, and then we're going to go around.
Yeah.
Yep, and Illyra will
There's a
meet you
squirrel.
there in a moment. Oh, do you wish to talk to the squirrel?
Maybe. Depends how he looks.
I love how earnest Barry is. Like, oh, maybe.
He just loves it.
Hey, you little buddy.
The right place? Is it up here?
Hey, you little buddy.
Are you taking the squirrel? Where is it? Oh, here it is.
So, you're talking to the squirrel?
Yeah.
Trying to find it. What?
Careful. Careful.
Okay. Why?
Bad people.
Okay, I'm very careful now. What's up?
Bush! And then he runs.
Did you send him to a bush? Oh,
Yeah.
you scared him?
You said careful, and I was very careful.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Watch out. A squirrel told me there's bad people.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm a bush.
I trust squirrels in
Alright.
recently.
Now, you see an enormous patch of cursed water.
Look at this.
Wowie. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Can we...
Illyra seems to be pretty drained. It doesn't look like she's going to be much use unless you're in dire straits.
Seeing if I can throw some oil on this and maybe start a fire.
Sounds like a good idea. She explained earlier that you throw it on there and then use ignition. That should, if you have enough blessed oil.
Let's see what we can do. I started a small fire.
Didn't spread.
But maybe I can throw some more into the fire. There you go.
Oh, nice one.
Now we're cooking with blessed fire.
As you throw that in, the rest of the area ignites.
We did it.
Nice one. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
You solved the cursed water.
This holy fire doesn't last long. As the fire subsides, you hear an agonizing scream.
Ow!
Oh,
Ouch.
we got something.
Tell me what you got, what you really got.
I don't know,
What the heck?
there's something in there. Oh,
Oh, it's a cat.
oh, what's happening?
What are you trying to do? Ha!
Uh-oh,
It's electricity cat.
he's angry. It's Pikachu.
Electricity cat, Pikachu. Oh,
Dang.
He manages to knock a Lyra down.
oh, that's interesting.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're on our own. We're gonna have to see what we can do.
Whoosh. Alright, it's your turn.
Maybe I can knock him down. Actually, no, he has a lot of physical armor. His weakness seems to be magic.
Okay.
So maybe we can
Magic him up.
try and take advantage of that.
Yep. I've got an idea. You can take down his magic armor. That would be mucho appreciatio.
I'll do what I can.
Well, that won't work. All of my stuff seems to be physical. If you can get that down, I can try and do some stuff.
Well, here we go. I know he's going to attack me, so I'm going to... I'll mark him with shackles of pain.
Nice.
Oh, it didn't work though because it was blocked by physical armor. He's
Wow.
got a lot of physical armor.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that a lot of my magic attacks are still physical.
Killer.
Yeah, well, it's necromancy, so yeah, it's pretty much all physical.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's why warfare gives it a boost, because it's a physical.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Unvul's jumping in.
He's doing his thing.
Aha!
Yums of an angel. Alright.
Max says it uses charge. It's super effective.
Okay, so.
As long as you stay in that field, Barry, you'll be protected to some degree. He'll tank some of the damage.
Gotcha. Alright. What can
Can
I
you
do?
backstab him? What else have you got? Have you got magic damage? Magic damage.
No magic damage at the moment. I'll do one of these. Give me some poisson. And I will use this. Just like hammer his ass real quick.
Nice, but that's all physical damage though.
Yeah.
Well, we can break through his armor. We can do it that way. Just brute force it.
Well, I haven't got anything for his magic.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do this.
You
one.
can brute force him.
I'm gonna
Pretty much all. If you look in the description of the skills, it usually says that's a. It'll tell you if what it needs to bypass, whether it's physical or magical. It'll tell you on the skill.
What have you done?
I sacrificed some of my constitution to give myself another AP point.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm just like
he's looking around.
Chew, I just chewed on my own arm for a little bit, and now I'm.
Oh, he tried to swarm me like I swarmed him.
So is it like a magical cat?
It's Pikachu.
Yeah, well, he did say that actually.
Well, he's trying to be Pikachu. Oh, we missed.
Oh, it's my turn again.
Get him.
Alright, I'm going to...
Well, we're actually close to getting his physical armor down as well. What are you doing?
Flurrying his butthole again.
Nice.
Physical armor's down.
Physical armor's down, and most of his magic armor as well.
Perfect.
Oh, he's decaying.
And that's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, no.
Oh.
I tried to walk away. Why did I do
What
that?
have you done?
I meant to end turn, but I misclicked.
Here we go. Lyra's gonna lay some
Oh, that's cool.
weapons.
It made him turn around so you can get him from behind.
Oh, interesting.
I wonder if that's a tactic. I didn't understand what that wink meant.
You get it.
No, I don't. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't know what behind means. Alright.
Ooh.
Oh, it's shocking.
Damn. We're getting some licks in.
Okay.
Alright.
Your turn.
I am thinking... Well, now we can just kind of like lay into him, but I can magic eye him now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all your magic's gonna affect him now. He's got no armor. I like that system of the magic and physical armor.
That's cool, yeah. Just wondering what I should do. Maybe I'll just like lay into him a bit, try and knock him down now that the armor's gone. Actually, we can
Yep, that should work.
we do a crippling blow on him. He's crippled. He's stunned. He's about to get stomped. As are our friends.
Thanks.
There you go. That should make it a bit easier.
Critically hit. Well. Jeez.
He's not doing well.
He's having a super bad time, isn't he?
That's you.
Oh, awesome.
Take him out. Oh no.
You are now...
Return to your former form.
Yeah, you are ready to be devoured.
Now he's a Pidgeot.
Huh.
So, what can I do now? I can...
You can just lay into him.
Yeah.
Chicken form.
Hold on. Can I get behind him? Am I behind him? I can't see because there's a chicken now.
You're in front of him, technically.
Okay. So I'll just... And then... do the old 1, 2, 3 punch from behind. There we go. Let's kill a chicken, shall we?
Let's kill a chicken.
I always wonder what happens if you kill him as a chicken.
Ooh. Anvil has been frozen.
Oh, he's just bones.
There's a mushroom and a jelly room.
A jelly room?
Hmm.
That's cool. Oh, why? Why did you do that to me?
We're
Thank
good.
you.
We've been healed.
She was just
I'm taking the mushroom.
just clearing the room a little.
There's so much stuff.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is all stuff right
Press
here.
Alt.
Ah, is that how you've been finding your steals?
And if you press Shift, it'll show you
Nice.
sneaking, how viable sneaking is. If it's bright red, you'll get caught.
Interesting. That's cool.
Very cool.
Huh. Cool. Should we search his body? Or is his body...
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I don't think you can.
She,
We're gonna have a search.
Elira,
What are you doing by just eating all these mushrooms?
You can learn their
I
effects.
can
by-
see you eating them all.
You can learn their
You
effects.
learn-
by eating them.
you can, yeah. I'd be careful with the toxic ones, though. It might literally kill you.
I don't even know what effects potatoes give me.
What does this thing do?
Let's find out.
Alright.
Alright, let's investigate this
Two
body.
of you. Yep, you both want to make investigation checks. Cool. Alright.
And then we're gonna have to finish up right after this, which is probably a good place to finish
Oh my
it. guys.
gosh.
16? Oh, you get a 25.
Not bad.
Okay.
Hot too shabby.
This creature is undead. And not only is it undead, but it appears that it is a familiar of sorts. Maybe something making its way to permanency in the undead world. Something more
Interesting.
powerful.
Interesting. So it's obviously working for a much more powerful being,
Yeah.
and it wants to be as powerful as it. And it's hoping that if it can help it, it'll get granted that.
Intriguing. Okay, so this farm seems to be a little bit more than it seems.
Absolutely. All they wanted to do was set up a
Yeah.
set up a little farm. So I feel like let's use, because we've got to finish up now, but let's quickly investigate the rest of this area.
Yeah.
There's a cart over here. I'm gonna
Yep.
check out this
There's
cart
a-
and see what I can see.
Dead. I'm gonna check out this dead bull and see what killed it.
Alright.
If it's a Red Bull, it'll give you wings.
Oh, hopefully.
You know they can't say that now because the guy drank Red Bull, sued them when he jumped off a building.
And didn't
They
have
can't
wings.
say it gives you wings. Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
they can't use that saying anymore.
That's so
That's
hilarious.
They got sued out of it.
That's
Okay,
insane.
so basically, Eduardo, you discover that the bull was absolutely just slashed to pieces by what look like similar claw patterns to the ones you just received from that creature.
Okay.
Fun.
Poor bully.
And Winston, you go through the cart, and it appears
I'm ready.
to have high quality clothing that would be suitable for a noble. A little bit of valuable stuff rolling around there, like a couple of goblets made of stainless steel, not stainless steel, sterling silver, with some a couple of rubies in, that sort of thing. Nothing you haven't seen before in your childhood.
I'm very familiar with such nobilities.
And you see that symbol again of House Goran.
Interesting. So I wonder if that cart was just passing through and was an unfortunate byproduct of what happened, or if it was actually involved.
Like there for a reason, yeah.
There to contribute to this. Can I collect up some of those valuables to sell them later in town?
Yeah. Do it. Make a perception check while you're in there.
Of course.
All right, I'll make a perception check.
I've got a shovel. I'm gonna dig.
It's a fairly good perception.
You find a small note
Ooh.
that gives you the opinion that House Goran, the merchant, who he appears to be a merchant, trusted the Silver Canaries for whatever reason.
Interesting. Okay, and they may have betrayed his trust.
The ones that attacked us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if they betrayed him, or if they trusted him because they were all in on it.
Yeah. You can't ascertain that from
that.
So.
Theories.
It appears that he trusted them, but that's all you can say.
As far as it gets.
Interesting. Well, that's where we'll have to leave it for now, unless you have any final thoughts, Metric Dunn.
I was just going to say, Alira walks towards the farmhouse and tells you to join her when you're ready.
Okay. Well, that may have to be
involved.
We will next week.
Hangs around. Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just saying that's what she does.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a
good way to end off.
At least we know where we're going next time.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Yes, good.
Very good thing.
Yeah.
Successful. Mick, the plot thickens. All right, let's jump out of this and press this button here.
Alright.
I'm
gonna quit out that game.
I'm not gonna take my headphones off like I normally do, because otherwise we won't be able to hear James.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm gonna put this down because my butt
well, thank you
hurts.
for those who stayed with us, Mick. I know Mick's around.
Appreciate it as always.
Geez, the plot's thickening, isn't it?
Oh well, yeah. You think you're just
Indeed.
gonna be let's check out this farmhouse. Next minute, there's like necromantic activities going on and
Crazy.
sabotage.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm really, Jesus, I'm really enjoying it. Mick's enjoying it too. Thanks, Mick.
Thank you, Mick.
Thank you again, Metric Dunn, for your storytelling and for your hand holding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope everyone likes it. So I'm happy to do it.
Well, we're certainly enjoying it. That's all that matters to us.
Oh, yeah.
As long as Mick's having fun as well. Awesome. Well, we will leave it here because we are a little bit over time. But thank you so much for helping us out. Thank you for the guys that joined us, and we will put together another catch up of it so that everyone can catch up. And we'll see you next Tuesday, and we'll delve back into Metric's dungeon.
Hell yeah! Come on, see what's going on in that
Thank you so
farmhouse.
much again, Metric Dunn. We appreciate it, and we will see you
Thanks
next
for having
time.
me.
No worries. Thanks
See ya.
for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night. Have a good rest of your week.